All right, so here we are in sunny Quag Cove. The nice tropical breeze is blowing in. Trees are swaying. The waves are lapping upon the shore.
Mai Tais all around.
Yeah. And then you open your eyes and you realize you're back in the shithole. Actually, I think we did make the sickness saves, and someone failed, and then you got a lesser restoration and bumped that disease off. So we left off with you guys completely overran the gnolls, stealthed in behind them, killed their leaders, routed what remained, probably 50 to 100 gnolls. As you recall, the day before you guys attacked, there were 50 gnolls that left the fort and headed off in the Quag Cove direction. So there's probably 60 to 100 gnolls left roaming the hills, but without a fang and without a real leadership, they're not much of a threat at this point. And there's not enough of them to do any damage to Quag Cove. The question was raised, how many total pirates do you guys think live within Quag Cove? And if you're talking pirates, are you also including the Blightmore trading concern in that? Or are you just talking purely
Just
the Lasher gang?
Just the Lasher gang.
So you can someone else can make a wisdom check.
Plus 2.
I blew mine.
11.
Probably don't know how to count that high. I'm going to try. Oh, 50.
Natural 20.
Ooh. So you would guess there are probably in the neighborhood of 150 to 200 pirates in Quag Cove. And that's at any one time.
Living
It's
there
better
or
than 20
living
each.
out?
We can do
They're,
that.
well, that's at any one time, and they're constantly going in and out.
But they got a magic user.
So
Or
we-
two. Did we take him out first? No, I thought it was a sheep.
So what
I
if
thought
they
that was a
control the
trading
fighting
user.
guys?
It's been a while.
Huh?
Where's the
The Blightmore trading concern leader, you believe, is a sorcerer. At least that's the rumor that you've been told. However, Gray is that half-orc guy with all the fetishes, tattoos, and piercings.
The one that was living like in the police now.
Yes, and he had that big eye that had all that gross pus coming out of it. He believed that he is also a mage.
Might be.
At least according to the rumors that you gathered around town.
The brain has one too, down there. And they probably jump in with it.
The brand, yeah. The drow, the head of the drow. The head of the brand is a drow and his wife, who was a high elf.
So there's a
Yeah,
couple.
Piranus Nor.
There's at least a couple of magic users that are probably on their side.
Any business owner in town is going to have interest in keeping the peace.
Let's become pirates.
Was Quag Cove always full of pirates?
Yeah, from its earliest days. Tobias Drake was the first person to come here when he, if you recall, the very first session, Tobias Drake came to this location trying to evade a posse of guards. And he realized that the armies of the people he would plunder would never come near the Blightmore. So he basically set up shop here and used the Blightmore and the stories surrounding it to keep the law at bay, if you will. And Quag Cove eventually sprang up from those original brigands and pirates that came to this place. So, after you guys defeated the gnolls, you returned here with 3 gnolls as captives and used them to trade for the freedom of the lizard folk, who Pyramus Nor had tricked into becoming gladiators, and they fell in debt to him. But with gnolls, this is quite exciting. This is something new that many of the local inhabitants haven't seen before. So he's more than willing to trade his lizard folk captives, slaves, gladiators, whatever you want to call them, for the gnolls. Vrusk, who had been your companion through these times, thanks you for all that you've done for his people, but wishes to remain clear of the dock dwellers after his experiences here, and he returns home. If you recall, when you guys returned, you were met by the Skelpies. The kids that mostly urchins and orphans that dwell under the docks. They've made kind of a ramshackle sets of runners that run the links under the docks that let them kind of move around town without being seen by the pirates or the Blightmore trading concern, kind of avoiding trouble that way. But you also learned that they tend to use it more so to aid in pickpocketing and thieving and basically surviving on the streets of Quack Cove. Sabina met you guys as you guys were coming into town. Along with her was Little Flea, the little half-orc girl, who still doesn't talk and clutches her little rag doll close. It's a little teddy bear close. Patron was another one, although you didn't speak to Patron, he was there. He is a half-elf, but he's half-drow. The fact that he is an urchin, and there's only one other drow in town, should make you wonder, scratch your head. Nick was there. Nugget, remember the little Havlin child? He's about a foot tall. He typically rides around on someone's shoulders. Oriana was the little girl that took Malhavic's hand, and Malhavic took the Skelpies over to the fish market and offered to buy them food. Isilda was another 12-year-old girl about the same age as Sabina. Her parents were actually pirates, but both died in separate raids, which landed her on the streets. And then lastly, there's Callie and Leander, who are the twins. That kind of creeped you out because they always spoke simultaneously, and they always used the exact same words. But the way they spoke, it was their tone that was really, really strange because they kind of spoke with monotoned inflections. So we left off at the fish market. Oriana's clutching Malhavic's hand tightly. She's a very, very kind little girl. You can see that there's pigments staining her dress and her hands. Looks like paint or some sort of pigment that are all over her.
Is it, or is it like disease?
No, it's pigments. It's not disease.
Okay.
It's like bright colors, oranges and blues. And off with Sabina turning to you guys, and she says, "Can I speak to you in private? I need your help."
Can I know where private in this place?
Well, yeah, we can go down to the docks down, and she kind of motions south of the fish market. You can see there's a set of docks there, south of the fish market, and there's a whole bunch of canoes tied up, but there's no one there right now.
Let's go.
Okay.
I was confused.
Alrighty.
You got your bearings?
Yep.
All right.
There's also a few buildings that we haven't asked about, so later I want to check on that.
Okay.
Probably Sabina can tell us about it.
She says, so she leads you guys down there. The Skelpies all remain behind, getting bowls of food. Oriana, are you going to go down with the group? Because if you do, she just follows you. Okay. She doesn't say much, but what she does say, she always says with a smile. She seems like where all the other Skelpies seem to have a lot of street smarts, seem to be really quick on their feet, and seem to know how to react to situations. Oriana seems horribly out of place. She seems like she has the emotional intelligence of a much younger person
Oh,
than.
sure.
Let's see. I think I told you, and I forgot.
Give an insight on her. See if you're going to.
She's 7 years old.
Something doing an insight to see if she belongs in this town. Or
Sure, you can.
And, unless you say so, you assume that they're all humans.
14.
Yeah.
Unless you say they're-
14. Well, she definitely, if it weren't for the Skelpies, she wouldn't last very long in this town, that's for sure. They've taken her under their wing, and they protect her as best as they can.
Is she new around there? How did she come to be with them?
So you're going to ask Sabina this?
Yeah.
Well, Sabina says, "Oh, Oriana, she was plundered. The Lasher gang brought her back, and we snuck her out before they could sell her. But yeah, she was plundered, but we kind of stole her back.
So did they just like find
Huh?
her?
From where? What?
I don't know, some town they probably raided. She's been with us for a few years now, and Sabina Oriana is half elf.
Okay.
Oriana is half elf.
Would a protection from evil or good break the illusion of a hag?
No.
I asked Oriana in Elvish what happened to her parents.
And she responds kind of in broken Elvish. It's been several years since she's been around elves. She's been speaking common this whole time. But she responds in broken Elvish. The bad men killed them.
The bad men from here.
Yes.
Do you know your village's name?
I don't remember. So Nugget was a halfling, just to run down them real quick.
Yeah.
Masilda was human. Callie and Leander are both humans. And Sabina is a human. And Patrin is a half-elf, though he seems to be half-drow. And, of course, Little Flea is half-orc.
Patrick's the only boy in the group, male.
Patrin
Yeah, maybe?
and Leander are both boys.
Okay.
And, of course, Nugget's a boy. There's 3 boys.
Say there's our coven right there.
It's always the children.
Kill them all.
That children of the corn movie, man, that was creepy.
You think these are children of the swamp? Malachi!
So what's this thing you want to talk to us about?
Well, she says, you know, I was telling you about Gilly Wetfoot.
What about her?
She's the carpenter.
Both builders?
Yes. Well, her dad was the one that actually first built these docks you see around you. And, well, Gilly, she has a son. And, well, his name's Timbo Wetfoot. And Timbo and I were real good friends. He's the one that was able to get a lot of the supplies we needed to build the underdocks that you guys saw. If it weren't for him, we would be stuck up here. And, you know, I owe him. And he's a good friend. Well, anyway, when Gilly's dad died, he left the business to Gilly. But there's another guy that Gilly's dad's apprentice. His name was Wesh Lalick. You know, we Skelpies, we get around town, we find out lots of things. Anyway, Wesh was at the Buckspout and overheard him talking to somebody. He was looking to hire somebody to take care of Gilly. I guess he was pretty upset he didn't get the business, being the apprentice and all. And well, luckily the guy turned him down. because, well, it seems that Gilly's pretty good friends with Gibbs. You guys remember who Gibbs is? He's the bursar for the Lasher gang. And the guy didn't want to try to upset the Lasher gang, but it seems that Wesh is looking for someone to kill my friend's mom. I'm not saying you need to go kill Wesh, but I just don't know what to do. I tried to talk to Gilly, but she wouldn't hear me. She thought I was just trying to stir trouble. She doesn't normally like Timbo hanging out with us Skelpies, but he does anyway.
Is there anything else you can tell us about that, or is that?
I don't know. He works up there at the Wet Foot Carpentry.
Wesh does?
Yeah.
So you want us to talk to him?
I don't know. Whatever you guys do.
We'll look into it.
I'd appreciate that, but if anyone asks, you didn't hear this from me. People will just say I'm starting trouble.
Well, we thank you for all your help that you've given us. I'll give her a gold piece.
Ha ha!
You've been a great help to us. We'll look into this for you. Is there any information you can give us about the brand?
What about it?
What about their magic user?
Pyramus?
The female.
Well, the only place our docks don't run, or the underdocks don't run, is to Pyramus's place. It has a sense for such things. It always tears them down, so I don't know much about him.
Can you tell us how long he's been here?
As long as I can remember.
Hey, what can you tell us about that building that's just south of the carpentry place?
Oh, that's Gilly's house.
Oh,
Gilly and Timbo live there.
What about the two closest to the Brado?
Where?
What about the two closest to the Brado?
Oh, those are bunkhouses for the pirates.
Nothing interesting there then?
I don't know. We don't tend to go around those places. Oriana wandered over there once, and it was a good thing Otis was nearby, because it was going to be some trouble. Otis. I said the wrong name, didn't I? I'm thinking of the Wednesday game. That's what happens when you run 3 games a week. Othris. Yes.
Let's close that out.
She said it with a list. But
There you go.
we haven't dropped off the Knolls yet, right?
No.
We should probably go
I think
do
we
that.
get an agreement to get dump the Knolls.
Yeah. We don't wanna go talking to this bunch with the.
Walking around town, if anything goes on. Let's grab a beer.
Maybe we do, maybe we wanna take.
I had assumed that you guys had already done that. But if you guys want to
First
talk to
thing-
Pyramus, I didn't think that you'd want to travel around town with Knowles. So.
And we could take them around, then we go talk to this Wesh with a bunch of in prison Knolls. We might.
Well, you remember the Knowles were thrashing about and they were giving you
Yeah.
lots of fits.
Let's just get rid of them. We can also talk to this guy and fill him out a little bit more.
Yeah.
We can still have the Knolls.
Huh?
We still have the Knolls.
No. But if you guys want to actually run out the meeting with Pyramus, we can.
Any need?
Do we still have the Hydra head with us?
I was gonna say we probably should
Well,
go
we
to the
dropped
monk
that
spout
off at,
first.
The
Drinking
Mud
contest.
Spout.
Mud spout?
We haven't
Wasn't
dropped
that
off
where you
yet.
guys were?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
going to.
Or the Fusty Lights have like a Hydra head.
Yeah, see, I know you wanted to take it to Fusty Lights, but
Nothing says, brothel got a Hydra head.
Yes, it does. I don't want that kind.
Well, it's peppermint and chocolate.
But I don't want peppermint.
Why?
Because
we've had this discussion.
some people down here might.
They probably have screaming orchid fusty legs.
Yeah, they might have a whiskey too.
Might have crab cakes there.
Or just crabs.
Okay, so weekday.
Boo.
Alright, tell the children to meet us later on that evening. We have other stuff we need to do around town.
Oriana says, where should we meet you?
You tell us, it's your town.
Oh yeah, I still gotta go see the Gromley,
Gromley?
blacksmith.
Okay, so where do you guys want to go? I guess we have to decide on that.
We dropped off the knolls, right?
So do we want to get rid of the Hydra head?
So let's go get rid of the Hydra head. We'll see Gromley tomorrow.
Does Brother Warren need to know about that? No.
No, it was the,
Yeah, it was the herbalist lady,
Or should we take it to her? Maybe she could use it.
Lavinia.
Lavinia, you see her, show her proof of our deed.
Yeah, let's go to Lavina first.
Okay.
Then drinks. I don't know
She
what
probably
time of day is it, right?
It's like in the afternoon. We got back at 1.
Okay. Let's go to Lavina and then let's go get some drink.
He wants to start drinking in the early afternoon. Let's go drink some lunch.
I'm a dwarf.
Stuff it down.
Why you care what time of day it is? You drink at like, every time of day.
It's 3 days since I've been to a bar.
Man, am I thirsty. All right,
Venturing makes me thirsty.
So-
Cabbage bits, dude.
you guys are going to the Lubberworts?
Yes.
That's the herbalist shop. All right, so as you guys approach, carrying a litter with a Hydra head on it, you guys have been hauling around these kids with Hydra heads and knolls. Kind of skipped ahead a little bit, I guess, didn't we?
A little bit.
But that's okay. You flop the Hydra head on the ground. There she is.
Hey.
I need to get a character sheet of abilities up there.
Oh,
actually, I've got one, I think.
so you got a character ready to go though?
Yeah, it's just all in the notes, and I just need to transfer it. The only thing I did get was the armor class. I have to get a
Do
new
you have
phone.
the 2-page or 3-page?
There you are.
I actually don't know.
Did you get one?
Yeah.
Don't drop it.
Anyone wants some mints? Buy
That's
one,
good.
get two free, so.
They're trying to unload all that stuff.
Yeah, they are.
Josh brought
Actually,
me
I
these
don't have
candies.
Ooh, that's my mom's favorite. Minty.
So this
Oh, I
is
gave
you
them to the-
with the white
to the-
hair.
Two new
Wait,
guys.
I picked silver.
No, no, here's one.
So that's pretty close.
You need
You need a spell
spells,
sheet.
right?
Few spells.
Rangers got spells.
Not many, but a few.
Only
Yeah.
4.
She could just use like a spot on it. It's fine. So you flop the Hydra head on the ground, and Lavinia comes out with Kizia right behind her, and they are grinning ear to ear. And
Solve your problem.
Kizia says, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
We'd have brought out 15 of them back, but would have been too heavy.
15. Boy.
Or maybe not that, 12. Or that.
Candy day?
12 even. Must have gotten in a scrap since the last time I saw it, because it only had 5 when I saw it. But this is amazing.
We found some herbs along the way as well.
Lavinia's leaning heavily on her staff, and she's kind of patting Kezia on the shoulder. She turns around and goes back inside, and Kezia's like, yeah, come on in, come on in. And she tries to lug the head with her.
I'll grab the other letter and motion for somebody to carry it with me.
I'll help him.
Okay.
I told her we found some herbs along the way, and I was wondering if she could convert them for us, make them useful or whatever.
Oh, yes, yes, of course. What do you got?
Got 7 acacia. Got 3 amaranth. 4 juniper and 4 wormwood.
Oh, yeah. Well, just come back tonight, and I'll have them all ready for you, all the elixirs and salves.
Okay.
There you go. They're quite excited. She says, you know, this is huge for us. I know that that we paid you for this service, but allow me to offer you a half off of anything I make going forward.
Thank you.
Yeah, very helpful.
It'll take me a few days to get back up and get our stock back up completely, but
I think we plan to be in town for a few days.
You don't need this head, do you? Because we were gonna take it somewhere else.
I was gonna treat it and hang it up. Can I buy it from you?
So give
I
it to her.
suppose when you're the one sent us for that anyway, so.
Let me. And she starts fiddling around underneath her desk. She pulls out a bag and sounds like there's a bunch of coins in that bag. That she sits down. And she just shoves it towards you.
Could be.
Well, it
black.
depends on what kind of coins there are.
Could be.
They're
black.
wooden.
Could be. Could be platinum. Could be copper. Or could be just rocks.
Yeah, they're all iron coins.
What's the bar?
The bar?
She says, "Here, please, just take this, please."
They're drinking chips from Fusty Lugs.
Well, you can say that. Fusty Ledge will accept them.
About how much is there in the bag?
There's 500 gold pieces in the bag.
The fancy.
I tell her no. I tell her no.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know we're gonna get that much from the bar.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get that much from
The muck spout was
the monk spout.
So Malhavik pushes him back and says, "No."
I think we should take it.
No.
We just did it 6 ways instead of 7.
I don't think we're gonna get that much from the monk spout.
She wants it. We did it for her.
Yeah,
She's gonna give us discounts.
Yeah.
Let her keep her money.
Be back later.
Okay. So Kezia, you've won Kezia over, obviously. She's extremely excited. And you can see, as you guys are getting ready to leave, she's putting on a heavy coat and getting a bunch of satchels around her. She's getting ready to head out into the swamp to search for more herbs as her mother starts working on the herbs that you guys brought her.
And
Be
say, I'll
safe.
throw,
And-
I'll
and-
throw my
Pretty late.
juniper
Should wait
up
the
on the
next morning
counter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll kind of remind her that just because the hydra's gone doesn't mean this swamp isn't still dangerous.
Oh, well, I've lived here my whole life, sir.
So you know, never mind.
Be safe on your
Carry
travels.
Yes. Kezia is actually a level 3 druid.
Oh, so.
She might know more about that stuff than
Oh,
you.
I'm sure she does.
So, okay. Where are you heading next?
We're at 11, right?
You are at 8. Liverworts.
Let's
11 is the forge.
I
Let's,
need to go to 11.
do we want to go to 7?
7 is.
Somewhere we haven't been.
Dragons.
That's the
Seven's
gnomes.
Driggle Dragon.
Those are the gnomes.
We haven't been there yet. Do we want to go there first, or do we want to go there after?
He's hauling around plate armor that needs repaired.
All right,
Yeah.
go do that then.
But I can do that on my own.
So,
Well, we can just swing down this way now.
Yeah, you may need to be in.
It's all on the way there.
Alright.
We'll go down there with you. Go to 11.
Just sort of drop it off with Gromley and have it repaired.
Okay.
So I can wear it.
All right.
Can I see the island 18 from anywhere around?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's foggy. But what stands out about Warren's Island is it's the only place that's actually green in this whole swamp.
Can I see him? Like, is there any movement or anything over there?
Well, remember, it's kind of overgrown and it kind of encloses. Unless you're looking at his hut from the south, it's just completely overgrown.
Well, you could be walking on the beach. I don't know.
But you can't even see the beach. If you were standing at the northern tip of the Swamp Rats Island, you'd be able to see at his hut.
Okay.
So you go in, and Cromley greets you, and he says, "It's been a few days. You need any arms or armor?"
I need a set of armor repaired.
Oh, repaired. Ken looks at your muddy armor that you're wearing, and he says, "Cleaning as well, I would guess."
I'm talking about this, and I held up the plate.
His jaw absolutely drops, and he says, "Where did you find that?" As he reaches out for it.
Oh, can you repair it?
Of course I can repair it.
Clean it up?
And he sets it down on his counter, and says, "This is very, very old. I don't know that you might be interested in selling it, would you?
No.
How about for 2,000 gold pieces?"
I'd like to keep it.
Well, I'll tell you, it'll cost you about 100 gold pieces to get in fighting shape.
How long?
Maybe a day.
I'll give you 150 if you can have it ready by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, right. All right. We'll do that. Tell me, where did you find this? Did you find anything else? Well,
What are you doing?
I'm bleeding. I don't know what I did.
Hit the forge.
There's something sharp around here, I guess.
There's the evil.
Maybe.
The hag.
The hag! The hag! It's Josh! The betrayer!
Yep.
Do you want to tell them where we?
It's not like there's a supply that you just gonna go and plunder, so might as well.
We found it out in the swamp.
Out in the swamp, and it's this good a shape?
It wasn't in the swamp though, it was in the
No,
north of the swamp, the Knolls. It was an
Now,
old dwarven
northern
castle, wasn't
edge
it?
of the swamp.
It was an old dwarven castle up north.
Where at? Please tell me. I want to see this place.
It was in the hills that the Knolls had run over, or taken over.
Knowles, huh?
An army.
It's
of
way
Knolls.
north, out
Oh,
of,
thank you.
out of the swamp. It's
What was it, 2 days north?
more on that.
We got 2-3 days.
Oh.
North of Kansas.
See any studded leather? I need new armor.
Studded leather? Yes, yes. We actually have some ready.
Magnificent. Let me see.
They hold it up and it's dwarf size. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
All right.
Breastplate statue.
Yeah.
Actually, they do carry. Marhilda is the leather worker, and she keeps leather armor ready at all times because the pirates are always buying it. So yeah, studded leather is always ready to go.
I buy some.
No.
All right. What's that? 25 gold or something?
45.
45.
Can she make teddy bears?
Marhilda?
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Ask.
How much would she charge for teddy bears?
I don't know. Gold piece? I don't know. I never made a teddy bear before, but I assume I can figure it out.
If he wants to buy my scale mill.
I'd like to make
Half.
about
Whatever
7,
half-less
8
prices.
teddy bears.
7 or 8 teddy bears.
Yeah, I'll pay 10 gold.
All right. Give me a couple days.
So what's that? 160 gold now. I'll give her the 10 gold up front for the 8 teddy bears.
I knew you're a good dwarf, Marhilda says.
So you need to, in case you need to buy materials.
Buying teddy bears for hags, dude.
And that's for him, you can see.
He needs to snuggle.
Each 8 of them, 4 in each hand.
I need a body pillow made in the shape
If
of.
you just leave them behind, that'd be really confusing. Everyone's murdered, but there's just a teddy bear.
Yeah,
Alright.
So did you find anything else at that place? Anything else? You've got to understand that these dwarves, these are my kin, ancient kin.
Am I there?
Yeah?
There's a bunch of old dwarven. What was the shrine there? Yeah, was it shrine to?
Moradin,
Yeah.
the Allfather, the Creator.
That's very standard for a dwarven old.
Absolutely.
Well, we figured that Knowles had been there a while, so
Yeah, Knowles
anything
are
of value
Yeah.
was mostly long gone.
But Knolls don't go for value very much, they just food and weapons, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Looked like it
There's a bunch of
big
knolls
clean.
there.
Did you wait a minute? You found armor. Did you find anything else though?
Did we find?
I found a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, we
How
found a
much do we
bunch.
want to tell this guy?
What are you gonna say?
I'm only telling what I took. Got some dwarven battle axes.
Battle, can I see them?
Sure.
You hold them out. They're
There's
in
one.
perfect condition. Who has the other one?
I have like an
Did you
old
take-
ring.
Matt, did you take one?
No.
No.
I think you gave one to Brusk.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
there's,
Yeah, there's no wood.
So you hand him one of the battle axes?
Yeah.
He's like, there are two of these. Man, I would be willing to pay you 300 gold pieces for this axe.
I'll trade you the axe for fixing my armor up and make it look nice.
just about your price.
Huh?
You're terrible at haggling.
Yeah, you're paying him 150, now you're paying him 300 now.
Get this guy out
He's
of
trying to
here.
have a friend. He's trying to make a friend.
Put some jewels in it.
Hey, you made a friend with the other one, she cut everything in half.
I think it would be friendly enough with the extra 50 gold you gave him.
And you'll throw in a teddy bear.
He's gonna give us free teddy bears.
Give
man.
everybody, give us half price on everything. I'm trying to, smooth piece. I mean, it's a battle axe.
Does he want to check
Just
if
carry
he
it around
takes the
in.
battle axe?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's his battle axe.
Nobody's gonna use
I mean, it's just carrying it around.
Yeah, I just forgot we even had it, so that weird.
We checked it, there was nothing, it wasn't magical or anything.
If you ever come across that other one, I'd sure like to have that too.
I think that was
Long
probably long
gone.
gone.
Back
Yeah.
to the Lizard Folk.
Lizard.
Yeah.
Pity. It's just gonna rust out there.
Well, that one didn't rust. So,
Well, you know, it's up in the dry hills though, underground, away from the elements.
no, but it's been there several hundred years. It still have rusted by now.
What the ring that I got?
What was the ring?
It was the ring of swimming, but I don't know if this is dwarven or
It's not.
no. It just must have been something that the Knolls took.
Yeah.
Sell it?
He's trying to trade it for a teddy bear.
Do you want to trade that for a teddy bear?
You got a mace too.
Sounds like a good deal.
Mace.
I'll trade it for half a teddy bear,
I don't think there's
Just
a
the head.
and then I'll pay you 50 gold.
Water bridge.
But there's a mace.
Okay.
I think we should keep it a ring, and somebody who falls off the boat, he just does them a ring. And then
So,
Got it too.
Houtgrim, this is actually Houtgrim you're talking. Gromley was the kind of the gruff one that's out at the weapons forge, but Houtgrim says, I'll get to work on this right away. And be advised, our discussions on purchasing this armor are not over. Perhaps we could also work in a trade, including gold, of a fine suit of Houtgrim's finest plate armor. Plus a little gold in exchange for this.
It's not off the table, but we'll see what you do. Well, show me a set of armor tomorrow of yours and show me what you repaired and we'll look at it then.
He kind of gives a nod. He says, come back tomorrow. I'm sure we can work something out. Good friend. Friend dwarf. All right, where do you guys want to head to next?
We're going to the gnomes, 7?
Yeah.
Drill dragon.
You're going down to Driddle Draggle.
Let's see what these guys got.
Do we know anything about it yet?
All you know is that there's gnomes that live there, and on occasion you can hear,
Like, are they tinkerers, or we don't know anything like that?
well,
You hear pops and bangs.
I think somebody said they would.
Yeah, I think they
pops, bangs, explosions come from it often. There's one giant smokestack in the center of the building that just churns out black smoke nonstop. It's an octagonal wooden building that has been reinforced with bronze plates on each of its sides. A massive chimney protrudes from the center of the gnomish workshop, venting steam and black smoke. The front door is heavy and requires much effort to push open. The workshop is filled with strange tools, and few that beyond maybe some other gnomes would even have ever seen before. One side of the workshop seems to be specialized for building clockwork and steam-powered toys. The opposite side is filled with alchemical tools, as well as various crates, bottles, and casks.
Is there somebody?
An old gnome with a very long, kind of Fu Manchu-style beard steps up and greets you. He says, I'm sorry, but we don't have anything for sale right now. Maybe you could come back.
when you have something for sale?
Well, the Ragnors there, they bought us out, so
What do you typically sell?
The Christopher Lee did, the guy with the Fu Manchu.
and his eyes kind of dart around, and he says, "Well, we usually sell stuff for the pirates. They got us, or pirate. Those Ragnar folks, they're our well, we gotta have a little exclusivity with them these days."
So what do you sell here?
Well, maybe I can interest you in a toy. He walks over and he winds up a small clockwork cat, and it starts to walk around and sits down, meows, gets up and walks in a circle, sits down.
What does my cat think of that?
It hisses.
So by the Ragnar, you mean the Lasher gang?
Yeah, those guys, yeah.
What do you usually sell them?
Well, you know, they're kind of, they have discerning tastes. His eyes are darting around. You see two other gnomes in here. One's a male, one's a female. When you look at them, they look like they could be related. They look very alike, though they're not twins. And right now, they're both seem to be working on some sort of clockwork. They've got basically this 8-foot tall clockwork man that's standing there. Its chest is open and it's full of gears and whatnot, and that's what they're tinkering on right now.
That sounds like it's something.
It's a bit misty inside. Maybe you could talk outside.
So what?
It's a bit misty in there, and dusty and smoky.
It's smoky. It
Yeah.
smells of like chemicals.
Enjoy the nice outside air.
I have much to do.
I give him 100 gold, and at the same time I say, show us your back.
My back room? Ooh. Well, you want to make a persuasion check along with that 100 gold? Ooh.
23?
He says, you know, it's difficult for me to contain myself. The Lasher gang had told me not to tell anyone, but I've invented something wonderful.
We would love to see that.
And he reaches below his desk and he says, and it looks like something wrapped really tightly in paper. And then there's a black cord that comes out of the top. And he says, here it is. Now, combine this with fire, and your enemies will never forget you. Well, at least the ones that live.
How much?
Well, I'll tell you what, I can give you this one sample. He scoots it over for that 100 gold. But don't be anywhere near it when you light it.
What will happen?
How far away do we need to be?
I would say
Oh, wise no.
be at least 10 feet away from it. At least.
What will happen if we combine fire?
Bad things for wherever you leave it next to. It'll erupt like a fireball. Except it's more concussive than it is fire.
How many of these do you have?
Well, this is my last one. I said the Lasher gang bought all I had, and I gotta make more.
How many did
taking
you buy?
Huh?
How many did the Lasher gang buy?
I think they bought 50 from us last time.
How many?
Sorry.
Was that the first time? This is the first time that they bought from you?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they bought from us many times, but here recently they told us that we weren't allowed to sell to anyone anymore. Guess they had some problems with some bounty hunters or something coming to town. You're not bounty hunters, are you?
No.
No.
We got a.
We're looking
some
for
marksman
something
from
more fierce
from the last
than a Lasher game.
adventure.
The what? Fierce. Ugh. Well,
We're more errand boys. Do you require anything? Do you need materials?
no, I got all I need here.
Well, we'll help you make some more of these. Is
Huh?
there something we can speed up help you to speed up your process?
No. No one else is allowed. As long as I'm the only one that knows, the Lasher gang knows how important I am.
We don't want to. We just need to know if you need help getting materials.
I'm well stocked, thank you.
Okay.
Who's taking
Can we
the
pay
bomb?
you in advance for, say, 10 and
It's
20
I don't
days?
I don't
I
want
can
you to
persuade, you'll have to persuade him, because he's supposed to not sell to anyone else.
that has a price.
Yeah,
He
it's
might
fine.
take that one back.
You don't, your character doesn't know that.
Sure does.
Yeah, 3.
I'm sorry, but I was told under,
So why did it explode? It's fine.
yes, I was told that I'm not to share with anybody. Sorry, but it's
Do you
just the way
keep
it is.
them on their ships or something, or?
Apparently they use them when they run into towns and they cause a whole lot of ruckus.
Well, we're not going to be using them anywhere near here.
Oh, good. Well, take that one and enjoy.
Don't worry.
Oh,
We can get it from here.
We need about 20 more.
What? Well, I'm afraid that until the Lasher gang decides that you're okay with them, then I can't sell to you.
You know, they won't know if you don't tell them.
Well, they'll know if I don't meet my quota.
We just need things for the stone giants. We may run into some.
You don't want to tussle with those guys.
I know, that's why we're looking for items such as these.
How about you just don't go near them?
You never know what you'll run into when you're out and about.
And sometimes they come near us. Not that we go after them,
Well, just don't go in their hills and you'll be fine. Don't go looking for trouble. You don't need that. No one needs that.
but we don't need to look for trouble. It finds us pretty regularly anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were just out picking flowers the other day and had to fight a hydra.
What is this world coming to?
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what. You get Lasher to say that you're okay, and I'll make you all you want.
All right.
I'm gonna ask him what the big clockwork man they're working on is.
Oh well, you'll have to go talk to Yoshik about that.
You one of the gnomes out the main room? Did we get this gnome's name?
Mm-hmm. Never asked.
I'm gonna ask him what his name is and how.
I'm Zilfiz Nod. Zilfiz Nod.
Someplace
The
going?
other is your
Driggle
ship.
Draggle.
And that, let me remind you, is the southern nods, not the northern nods.
Of course, we never insulted you in such a way.
The northern nods are not good folks.
What's this place named after?
A Driggle Draggle?
Yes.
Well, it's named after my old shop, my old master. Before we had an accident, so we relocated here.
Where was that?
Anybody else have a high persuasion?
Where was your previous
Trying to
shop?
persuade this guy to give us some more of these.
Oh well,
Oh, I don't have persuasion. Never mind.
the old shop was out on the Sword Coast, but we had to relocate rather rapidly. When I was first developing this powder, he calls them powder bombs. When I was first developing the powder, there's a lot of trial and error. Sadly, one of the errors leveled half the city. And they looked down on me for that, so I had to flee quickly.
I'd like to try to persuade him to sell us some more of those bottles. So I'll ask, how much would it take to make more?
You have to talk to, he already tried.
Oh, okay.
You have to talk to Lash. If Lash says you're okay, then I can make you more.
So do you have a quota that you have to
Yeah, I gotta make 50 of these a month.
How long do they usually take you?
I can usually just make that quota inside a month.
What's her name?
Did you ever not made it?
No, I've always made it. But then again, I don't really do much of anything else.
She's
Don't be
stolen
modest.
stuff from there before.
Keep playing.
Of course.
You might ask her where the higher speed players too.
So, you guys want to talk to Yoshik or her brother Jorinx?
Sure, let's find out what this,
Which one was working on the clockwork first?
Jorinx and Yoshik were.
who's gonna carry the power bomb? The one we have. Who's our ranged people?
I'm a ranged person.
You're not allowed.
You're not on the
Yeah.
ground.
You've got fireball as it is, right?
And I have a 7th strength.
Well, yeah, that's
So
what we
it's
want somebody
I'm
with
the most
7 strength
bad,
throwing.
All right, Mitch grabs it and he says, "I'll carry it." Whoops.
You're the one who scares off
We need
the
somebody
sick.
that
You
if
don't need a
we
bomb.
have to, we can throw it.
I can throw it.
With your 7 strength.
Yeah, but I also
and
have.
get it more than 10 feet away from us.
Yes.
I also have firebolt, so I can light it.
No betrayer.
Firebolt to light the bomb. That was.
Let me light it
I
first.
actually wanted to see that. Boom.
So you guys walk up to Yoshik and she turns around. She looks like a young gnome. She smiles. She says, "Can I interest you in a toy? Hold on. Let me go get this for you." And she runs in the back. Jorinx continues to work meanwhile on the clockwork man. That's what they call it.
You said it's 8 feet tall?
Yes, it's 8 feet tall.
They're kind of like a warforged.
No, it's. Imagine the robots that you saw in the 1930s, 1940s Hollywood, with big block heads and stiff arms and legs.
It's not gonna become a golem, is it?
Well, Jorinx says, some might call it a clockwork golem.
What's going to be the purpose of that?
Well, when it's done, we'll make sure it'll offer us a little bit of security here in the shop.
That's nice.
This is for your own protection, then?
Yes.
Why would you need protection?
Where are you?
What's that thing called?
Has the Lasher gang been threatening you?
No.
The,
But, others coming to town, we had problems with bounty hunters.
there's still.
Oh. You have a bounty on your head?
He looks around. No.
We're not bounty hunters, so you can say.
Can I roll for insight to see who's on it?
Yes.
24.
He is squirming in his shoes a little bit. Out comes Yoshik, and she's lugging a clockwork dog. To you guys, it would be like this big, but she's a gnome, so she's lugging this clockwork dog out. She sets it down, she starts winding it up, pulls out the key, and it starts jumping around and barking.
How much?
500 gold.
Ouch.
I don't have that much.
One winding will power this little fella for 24 hours, though.
Does it do anything other than noise?
Well, he's a companion, and he has his little metal tongue out wagging, he's panting.
Does he follow you around?
Yeah, he follows you around.
What's the size?
He's like the size of Henry.
So not Felix.
He's like a medium-sized dog.
You see, is there like a Grizz sized dog?
Does it attack?
Attack? Well, he was more built to be a plaything, but I could maybe try to figure out how to make one that attacks.
It's pretty cumbersome.
How much would that? How much
It's kind of
would a?
expensive for an attack.
I buy it.
You buy the dog?
Mhm.
Oh, this is she hands you the brass key to it. She says, "This is a wise investment. Like I said, 24 hours. You just wind it, but don't overwind
It's
it.
a gift. Don't worry. It's not.
Don't overwind it. If you overwind it, you'll have it back here, and you'll be yelling at me, and then there's gonna be a problem, and then the Lasher gang's gonna get involved, and we don't want that. So don't overwind it.
Right.
Will you break the gears inside?
Ah,
And then the Lasher gang will come out here, and then there's going to be problems
Why would the Lasher gang come get
Because-
involved in our
because of Zilphiz's black powder. They don't allow anyone to mess with us. But you guys seem nice. I'm just telling you, don't overwind it, because then there's going to be a chain of events that leads to bad things. All because you Why would you overwind it?
You never know what happens.
Yeah, exactly. So don't overwind it. Why would you do that?
Why would somebody build in a reason to overwind it?
How many silver gold is it? 10.
10, yeah.
Oh, I have a lot more gold, I think. You have anything else? Like,
So she says, the dog will follow whoever owns the key. So she hands you the key, and it looks to you and starts panting. It runs a few circles around you and pants and barks. And
how much for a clockwork golem like that?
I've been working on this thing for a year. It's not even done yet.
I'm just
Do you,
curious.
do you have 50,000 gold pieces, maybe?
Maybe in a year.
Okay, well, talk to me in a year.
How
Okay.
long will it take before that is done?
What?
The golem.
The golem? I still have tests to run, but it's close.
Close.
How much for a dog that can attack?
I still have to figure out how to make it work.
How much do you think it would cost?
I don't know until I've done it.
Okay.
100,000 gold pieces is what my estimate right now. Why would you want to spend 100,000 gold pieces on a clockwork dog? Why would you do that?
Because I want one that can attack.
What? Well, I guess that's
Because
amazing.
my cat can't attack.
Ugh, cats.
Careful, he's the cabbage back student champion.
Our Belladon can't
You
attack.
ate it? You ate the stew?
I ate one bite.
We use it to grease the gears on these things.
Well, these things must taste delicious, yeah.
Oh,
It's some good stew.
Yeah.
Is there any
You
cabbage?
what's
should
wrong
go
with
for
you
some more.
people?
Is there any cabbage in the
They are
stew?
yours.
Is there any cabbage in the
I
stew?
feel a drinking
it's the
contest
name of
going
the
on.
guy.
In the small.
Well, it was named cabbage bags.
Yeah, because it was named after the guy.
There might not be any cabbage.
That's what I'm saying.
Juice cabbage.
Juice cabbage.
What's his character's name?
Who? Agmar?
Hagmar. We're gonna hold Hagmar down and pour some down his throat.
No. I will thunder wave.
You can't cast a spell with your mouth full of cabbage back stew.
Exactly.
Ever again.
If Byron has a thunder wave thing.
Might make that thing on your back go away. I think we should try it.
Just slather it up with
No,
cabbage back
no,
stew and it goes running away.
Stuffing it
Yeah,
down
like
his
the
throat.
signal.
The mark goes running away.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, she looks trustworthy. A silver-haired Asmar has joined your group.
Just happened to walk into the gnome shop.
Yeah. An Asmar walks into a bar
She do work for a mechanical dog.
as Rust departs. Okay. So, Yoshik, Jorix turns back to you as Yoshik goes and takes the 500 gold to the back. And Yoshik says, why do you have to encourage her like that? And he turns back to what he's doing.
Just trying to help your business.
All right. Let's go get our drink on.
Is that where you guys want to go now? Is the muck spout?
What else we got to do?
We still think that's
Something that Sabina asked you to do?
You know,
Let's go find that guy.
he works there, but maybe when we want to talk to him at work, maybe we want to wait until he's off premises, have a more private conversation.
Well, we could go scout the place, see what it looks like. Because you don't know what it looks like.
That'd be a good idea.
Well, what's the Asmar's name?
already tried to hire him.
What's the Asmar's name?
Maybe work would be a
Anara?
good place.
So I pulled up a generator for it
Yeah.
though, and Mama was an option, and I really thought I'd go with that.
Nava?
No, Mama.
Mama? Mama.
And then in comes Mama.
Yeah. Mama the Asmar.
Mama, help!
That's your name?
I picked Anara.
Anara?
So, like Sabina told you, Wesh Lalek was once the apprentice of Danyor Wetfoot. Danyor was Gilly's father. When Danyor passed away, he left the business to his daughter. And it's more customary for an apprentice to take over.
Which one?
The Wetfoots, the carpentry.
Was she involved in the business before?
She always was there with him, and she was always helping him. So she did learn the business. But Wesh now appears to be very upset that he wasn't given the business. Now, it's been many years since Daniel died. So whatever happened that's finally set him off, you're not sure, but you know that Gibbs is close friends with Gilly. You met Gibbs briefly at the Monk's Bow. I think he was one of the ones there cheering along when you did the cabbage back stew eating contest.
Where's this cabbage back stew cost? The copper.
No, it was like 5 copper. We'll look it up.
The pay you to use it.
It's also ODF repellent. So, what do you guys want to do? How do you want to do this?
Should we go talk to her first? See if she knows anything about see if she is even aware of the tension?
But somebody told her over there.
I was gonna say, I thought Sabina told her, but I like his idea of going, just finding out what the guy looks like and what kind of,
Go to him in the bar or whatever.
yeah, what kind of fight he's gonna be if we end up.
Yeah, let's go. We're on the way.
So you got to go to the carpenter shop?
No.
Just pretend we're looking for it. Whatever.
It's early afternoon still. So
Where's he at?
he works at
Wetfoot's.
Wetfoot's
So we're
Carpenter.
gonna go to Wetfoot's.
Is there places they can buy spells?
Yeah. You got to find spells or gain levels and discover them for yourself.
Let's go to Wetfoot's.
Oh, you want to go to Fusty Lud instead?
Listen, we haven't been to the brothel yet. We're obviously adventuring through town today.
But it's still early yet.
That's true, brothels don't really liven up until about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Let's go to Wetfoot's.
Okay, so you guys make your way over there.
You never know what the crowd is at.
The-
brothel, like,
It's kind of a relief
afternoon.
being around the carpentry shop. The smell of the fetid swamp is replaced by the smell of a freshly cut wood.
I think it's not a fresh piece of stomach.
The warehouse is massive. It's 2 stories tall and positioned strategically out into the river that you guys came down to reach Gray Cove, so that the water wheel catches the best current. In the back, you can see a series of pulleys and winches are attached to the platforms and docks where ships are dry docked for repair. However, it looks like recently there was an accident of some kind, as one of the docks has sustained quite a bit of damage. Let's see here. Outside, working on cleaning up that mess, you see a pudgy, balding man. His mouth is slack-jawed and open. His clothes are disheveled, and he looks like he hasn't bathed in some time. Of course, that's not really unusual for Gray Cove.
I'm not walk up to him.
Okay.
Are you Weshlalek?
He kind of looks up at you. Yeah?
I knew it was you. We asked around town for the best boat builder. And
Oh, that's what I've been telling everyone all along. I'm the
Yeah.
best.
they sent us to you. So, first glance, I knew it was you. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Yep. That's the guy.
Yep.
Guys, I heard
What are we talking about?
canoes here.
We don't build canoes here.
Well, you should build canoes here. Because you have customers right now.
Well, we build long ships.
How much do
We also work on the docks. We build docks.
how much will a long ship cost?
Well, if I ask for a canoe, it's because we need to move around. The dock isn't going to move us around very much.
No, docks
What
don't
happened
move.
here, anyway? You do that?
He looks around. He says, "No. This is the Wetfoot boy. He did all this. Yeah,
How do you do that?
he wasn't paying attention, and I got blamed for it. Tell you, it's not fair.
I mean, that's some pretty serious damage there.
Yeah, it looks like
Boy,
there
do
was a
that.
ship here that sustained a bunch of damage from the collapse as well. Says it's that damn Wetfoot boy. He's no good, I tell you. If you want something built, keep it away from him.
That's why we came to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how much you paying for a canoe?
Well, I don't know. It depends what you'd have to offer.
Well, I'd offer a canoe.
Sounds good.
How much would a canoe cost?
I'm just jealous because I bought stuff and you didn't.
How much is a whole?
3 canoes.
How much would a whole
One
ship
big
cost?
eight space canoe or something, you know.
Which is the longboat, then divided by 3.
You want a longboat now?
I don't know.
How much is the
longboat
longboat?
would get us a
You guys already have a longboat, though.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
just
we just
decided
know
to
that.
make it smaller, that's
How
how
much
much
is
we're
it?
offering it.
Oh well, the
Oh,
long.
well, how about 10 gold for a canoe? What do you think about that? It would get you a few drinks at your favorite place of drinking.
Okay. I'll have them to you tomorrow.
How much would a whole ship cost?
A whole well,
No, we will ship.
Okay, sweet.
talk to Gilly about that.
Okay.
Okay, you can have us 3 canoes by tomorrow
I can.
For 10 gold.
for 10 gold?
Yeah.
Total?
Hey, you never know how much a whole
The 10 each.
Well,
You
you
said
should get us a
10 gold.
discount for a gold purchase, like 20 for 3.
Why did you have to verify?
20
There's
for-
the like use.
Wait a minute. 10 for 3. 20.
That's 2 platinum.
What? You got it. Tomorrow, 2 platinum.
Or 200 silver.
What?
Silver is easier to spend at the bar,
You
you don't need to change it
You must be a fantastic carpenter if you can build 3 canoes overnight.
I can. Just be here tomorrow.
What time tomorrow?
Make it bright and early too.
But if they're not here, it's free, right? If they're not ready by tomorrow?
Well, if they're not ready by tomorrow, then I don't have canoes to sell.
But when they're ready, they should be free if they're not ready on time.
I don't think so.
It's not Domino's.
30 minutes or less for a canoe.
Domino's doesn't deliver in the small. In the Blight mall.
But if they use canoes.
As you guys are talking to this guy, the door to the warehouse opens up, and
You should call a place. Do you
Gibbs comes out, and as the door shuts behind him, he kind of hesitates for a minute, kind of scratches his chin, scratches his head, and turns around back to the door, and shakes his head, and then walks away.
So we met Gibbs before?
Yeah.
He's the bosun.
Do we want to go talk to,
I think he's
I'm
one
done.
of them that doesn't drink.
Send your peppermint and raise you.
do we want to go and talk to Gilly to find out why she discounted Sabina's report?
Yeah.
Well, I think Sabina said that you said that they were just trying to start trouble.
After meeting him, I think it was 250.
So where are we going next? No, wait, what time is it?
It's probably like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
We've been busy.
Early bird special.
Early bird special.
No, with that,
I mean, I
So
don't
do you guys want to talk to Gilly, or you guys want to move on?
Trouble, 'cause
Well, you
didn't
can
they say
do
that
crab
that place gave them some scraps so they could build their.
All right, we'll see you
So you
tomorrow.
guys, you're going to be here in the morning, right?
We'll see you tomorrow morning with 10 gold.
You here at
have-
dawn.
You have 3 canoes ready.
3 canoes, yeah.
Okay.
2 platinum, right?
Yes.
30 gold.
Or you just keep increasing the price.
What? What?
2 platinum is 20 gold.
What?
Oh, no.
Try and rip us off. You're gonna cancel the deal.
We'll be here tomorrow morning with 2 platinum.
Oh, good. Good.
Or do you want to do the silver? It's easier to spend.
200 silver. That's a lot. Yeah, 200 silver.
Don't waste them all at the much spot now.
Well, I won't. Those guys are all jerks anyway.
You prefer to eat tunes?
I'm not allowed in there.
Why not?
I don't know.
Where are you
Come
gonna
back
drink
to
They're
the
mean.
7 canoes.
I usually
Guys know how to
I buy my orc down on the docks.
You drink down there?
Well, they sell it out of the warehouse there.
Yeah. What else can you buy there?
All kinds of stuff. Whatever the pirates bring back.
Anything.
There are any pirates running around new, like did a new ship come in today that we've seen?
Well, you guys haven't been here that long, so I mean, ships will go out. They've got a total of 10 long ships, and like they'll go out 2 or 3 at a time, raid a place, come back a week or 2 later. So.
But have we noticed anything today? Like, has it been like, oh yeah, all right.
Well,
It's
you
done
really
raining,
haven't.
we're gonna go
You really
drink our
haven't.
asses off.
You really haven't gone over to the east side of town much, so.
Now, is Gideon inside? Maybe we should talk to her. I mean, she's the one who owns the place, right?
Yeah, Keely owns the place.
Yeah.
Which place?
Where we're at.
Wetfoot's Carpentry.
Let's go talk to Gilly. We'll see you tomorrow morning. 2 platinum, 3 canoes.
200 silver. Don't try to rob me.
200 silver. You got it.
Okay. So you guys go into the.
Maybe we should give him 500 copper instead.
500 copper painted silver.
500 copper. Why do you keep changing the price?
I'm just trying to help you out. 500 is more than 200.
It's a tip.
Oh,
How's she?
yeah. 500 copper.
It's a deal.
Alright, I need to make sure only one of us pays it.
Yeah, he's gonna get money from everybody. We're gonna make 40 canoes sitting there.
So you guys go into the warehouse, and the water wheel is turning, and the blades on the saws are chewing through wood, and you see kind of a middle-aged woman there. But when you get close enough to her, you realize that she's probably not middle-aged. She's probably about 30 years old, late 20s. It's just she's kind of lived a hard life. And she's busy splitting timbers into boards.
That's how you raise the string. Nice job.
Hello.
I don't think I could lift an
She
axe.
pulls off her gloves, turning around, she's covered in sawdust, kind of wipes away her face. Again, she looks like maybe early 30s, late 20s, if you had to guess, though very aged for that age. She says, are you in the market for a new ship?
Could be.
I did have, may be expanding the docks here soon as well if you're interested in a new home.
How much for a ship?
Well, a long ship typically run you about 8,000 gold.
Is that ready for battle?
It's ready to go.
Not bad.
These pirates are doing quite a business.
They are.
How many long ships? Why do you even bother working? Just hire some people and just
Well,
spend the money.
They demand the best, and I make the best. You certainly can't rely on that oaf outside.
What happened to the ducks outside?
He wasn't paying attention. He overwound the winches. Some ropes snapped. A boat collapsed. We had dry dock. Took out half the dock.
Here, overwinding things is a problem.
It is. Why would you do that?
You would never do that.
I know, we talked with him and he seemed to be claiming it wasn't his fault.
You know,
And they blame somebody
nothing's
else.
ever his fault, is it? Dumbass. He was a dumbass when he worked with my father, and he's a dumbass now.
Well, you keep him around them.
I made a promise to my father.
Kind of bears a grudge to your son. He told us it was all your son's fault. But
My son wasn't even here that day. He was out with his friends. Listen, if you want to buy a boat, I can set you up. Otherwise, I'm awful busy.
Might be interested in some canoes.
I don't make canoes. You want some canoes? Go down and talk to the Fisherman's Wharf there. He's got canoes for sale.
Wesh outside though, this is good. Yeah, some canoes.
Wesh?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Whatever business you're doing with Wesh, I just don't want to even know about it.
You ever think of selling your business to him and just retiring or something?
That would not be something I would be in favor of. If I ever had a good apprentice, maybe Timbo one day will put it together. But Wesh, no, that would be an insult to my father's memory.
You don't worry, you might try to take over at some point?
Have you been talking to those Skelpies?
Well,
That guy couldn't think himself out of a wet paper bag.
you might be smarter than you created it for.
You don't have to be smart to hire a killer. And sooner or later, somebody he makes an offer to is going to take the job.
Listen, everything's fine. Wesh is a moron, but he's not a homicidal moron.
We're just looking out for your best interest.
Oh, got all kinds of strangers around here looking out for my best interest. Excuse me, I've got to get back to work. She puts her gloves on.
What kind of strangers?
It's a joke.
Are you
We don't
sure?
get strangers here in town looking out for anyone's best interest. That's why I know you're up to just no good.
Mhm.
Now, if you don't want to buy you don't want to buy a house, you don't want to buy a stretch of docks, I don't know how we don't have business.
Okay.
Good day.
Good day.
She turns her back to her and gets the blade spinning again on the water wheel.
All right.
You guys peer out as you guys start filing out of the warehouse. Make a perception.
19.
Natural 20.
Actual 20.
So 22.
Okay, so several of you guys, you see Gibbs coming back, and he sees you, and you guys all obviously see him. He's got a handful of flowers that he kind of like throws behind his back and pitches them off the side of the dock.
I'm gonna
And he turns around and starts walking away.
try to catch up to him.
Okay.
Got your flowers.
I'm gonna
Fish
ask
him
if
out
he's
of the
heard
water.
the rumors about Wesh and Timbo.
Okay.
Say,
So you run up, hey Gibbs.
yeah, hold on a second.
Stops and he says, what? I don't know anything about any flowers.
Neither do I.
Good,
I didn't
good.
see you throw the flowers in the water.
Okay, good.
Ask him if he's forgive you a wish.
No. I asked
He is a
him-
half-orc, remember.
Yeah.
He's a very large half-orc, no hair on his head, big mutton chops.
I tell him that I understand you're friends with the family, the Wetfoots.
Yes, yeah, we do a lot of business, the gang and the Wetfoots. We do a lot of business together.
I can imagine you need a lot of ships.
Mostly repairs, yes.
But I asked, you've probably known Wesh Lalick for a while.
Yeah.
Have you heard rumors that we've heard about him hiring or attempting to hire killers
Killers.
to kill
Wesh?
Timbo?
Kill Timbo.
That's the story we've heard. We're just kind of Not sure whether we believe it or not, but we want to know what you think of that.
To kill Timbo? Why would you want to kill Timbo?
No idea.
No, I've heard that story. So, as an aside, Sabina had told you, remember, Sabina actually told you that he was hired to kill Gilly.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I thought you were,
I
you
thought
were
it was
trying to
Timbo.
play him.
That's what I thought too, but then I thought, well, maybe he's just confused.
No, I'm
Oh no, I heard the one about you. Oh,
Can I retcon that and put
Sure,
Gilly
well,
in front of Timbo?
Yes.
Timbo?
So he says, why would Wesh want to kill Gilly?
Well, that's pretty obvious.
Duh.
But Timbo would just get the business.
I think that's the plan.
Depends what kind of papers you found among Gilly's things.
So you're saying, who told you this?
Just word on the docks.
Word on the docks. Well, I get all the word on the docks. I've never heard this before.
Well, then you don't get all the word on the docks.
I don't even understand why she keeps Wesh around. Seems like he's more trouble than the food he eats is worth.
He can run docks. That's about all he can do. And we need that right now.
Surely there's one other person in here who could do that.
Not yet. You can see he's beginning to deceive a little bit. He get angry, and his eyes push past you, straight at Lesh, who's hard at work, sitting next to the pile of debris that he created.
What happened to the father anyway?
Father?
Yeah.
Well, that was he was a good pirate one time. Arnhem was his name. He died before Timbo was born.
How did he die?
On a raid. He says, hold on a second.
Does Gibbs have any visible weapons?
Oh yeah.
on him? Okay.
He's got a rapier, he's got a dagger.
He's got a piece of tissue paper that used to have flowers.
He's like, excuse me a minute. He pushes past you and you can see him walking down the docks to where Timbo is sitting. Looking, and Timbo's just sitting there staring at the mess that he's supposed to do.
You mean Wesh?
Oh yeah, Wesh, I'm sorry.
People keep changing places.
I know, now we're getting all over the place. So Wesh is just staring at the mess that he's created, and Gibbs is walking at a hasty pace towards Wesh.
No, this is kind of what I wanted to happen. I wanted, to put the onus onto Gibbs instead of on us to deal with the situation.
And suddenly, Wesh is just sitting there, and he looks up as Gibbs closes in. Gibbs grabs him by the shirt and throws him against the side of the warehouse, pulls out a rapier, pushes it into his throat to the point blood is running down. And you can see Gibbs just gritting his teeth and just saying something you're too far away to hear. And Wesh is literally pissing himself. Literally. It's just running down his legs. And Gibbs keeps him pinned to that wall, just saying something in a very harsh, scruffy voice.
Can I listen through my familiar?
You can try.
Can I send the cat through? See if
Yeah.
he's talk. See what he's saying.
So your mage goes into a trance. What do you guys do?
I just need to hear it again.
You're gonna knock him out?
No, I'm not gonna arrow.
Oh, okay. So the mage goes into a trance, and the cat runs up, and all you catch is the end of the conversation where you hear him say, "If she as so much as stubs a toe, you'll be next." And he pulls the dagger down. Blood is running down his throat in a pretty steady flow, and Wesh just kind of sits there, slumped against the wall, for several minutes as Gibbs walks back. And he walks up to you and he goes, "I don't think we're going to have any problems."
Neither do
I bet our canoes won't be ready tomorrow.
I don't think they were going to be anyway.
I. Oh, they were gonna be ready. He was gonna steal them from the other people.
That's why I assumed.
Get 'em.
Well, no, from the fishermen's.
From the skids.
Yeah. The ones that we used to take
So
over.
what did say to us?
That was gonna go down.
All you heard
All
was,
of them.
the only thing, because you got the tail
No,
of it.
where is he now?
Oh, Gibbs, he just says, "There's not going to be a problem." And he starts walking back south.
What was that about?
Maybe we should buy a gift and drink.
Buy 'em some more flowers.
What was
I
that
think it was a
about?
drinking when we were in there.
Huh?
What was that about?
What was that about? I'm just making sure that we're not going to have any problems. That's all.
What kind of problems?
Problems with Wesh Lowlick, obviously. You're the ones that told me this.
He wasn't there.
Oh. So, Josh, when you come out of your trance, there's an arrow pointed at your head.
No, I was pointing at Gibbs.
Oh.
He's a half orc. That's an orc to me.
So, where are you guys heading next? As Gibbs starts heading back to the muck spout.
Should we ask what's his face? What was that about?
What's his face?
Muxbout was on our list, wasn't it?
The guy had what was it, rapier or a knife to his throat?
Wesh?
Yeah.
You're going to ask Wesh what was that about?
Yeah.
That's enough talking.
No,
Let's go
we're
drink.
done with Wesh. Wesh is. Let's let him go clean himself up.
Probably not.
Plus
He doesn't have a change of pants.
Plus we gotta go convert some gold to silver.
To your
Copper.
gold to urine and
Gold to silver.
using a.
You guys want to go to the money changer? You got to go to the black market, the warehouse down on the docks.
They're probably gonna rip us.
We haven't been there yet.
You guys want to head down to the big warehouse on the docks?
So are you gonna mark the canoes then and see if they are the ones that you?
Yeah, I was gonna.
You're going to mark the canoes? Okay.
Down in the skids.
Which
Already?
canoes?
Or
The
those-
Fisherman's Wharf canoes or the Skid Row canoes?
Probably the skid row canoes would be the easiest ones to steal.
Should we go down there and ask if the canoes are ready?
Now? Our canoes are ready?
Yeah, you said they'd be ready today.
Actually, if I see one of the Skelpies running around,
We should go down there at
give them
sunset.
a gold
Is
or
the
tell
canoes
them
ready?
to
It's dawn.
Oh, yeah.
do that to all the canoes down in the skids.
Okay. Well, you see the twins.
All right.
They're off and they're playing. Looks like they're playing with little stones. You're not really sure what they're doing, but they seem to be moving these stones,
Around.
strange patterns, on the docks, sitting there.
Witchcraft.
I'll look at it.
Okay.
Anything noticeable?
Nothing you've ever seen before.
Are they moving them by hand or by their mind?
Huh? With their hands.
Here, roll for perception and see anything.
So you guys all start gathering around them. They all look up at you.
I get them to stand like right here, one on each side, so I get it in stereo.
Okay.
Toss.
Okay, yeah, you get it in stereo on either side of you. Okay.
There's some nice stones you have on your sheet.
Hi there.
How are you two doing?
We're good.
I hand each of them 5 silver. I need you to put 3 lines and a dot on all the canoes in the skid row.
Okay, and they run.
On the side, near the back.
On the side, in the back. As they run off.
Man, surround sound.
Alrighty.
Any sign of Oriana?
Nope, you don't see her.
Let's go stir some trouble up.
So, are we
Like sending
Spoken like a true
a man who wants to kill his
Man needs a
girlfriend.
drink. We need to go.
All right, so you guys are gonna head to the muck spout then, or yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
What was the luck spot?
Thursday.
Peppermint shop.
Sorting of the cabbage bags too.
Alright.
So when you go in, there's a number of pirates in. It's the late afternoon by now.
From the Minty Force.
Gibbs sees you come in and he stands up and he kind of waves you over.
What's up, Gibbs?
You have a seat. and he yells at Juice, "Bring out some bottles." Juice, or actually, Juice wouldn't bring them. It would probably be Nadja, the half orc, brings them over and throws down a couple bottles, some glasses at the table,
I tossed 3 gold on the counter.
and Gibbs says, "I got this." He pushes your money back.
Next one's mine then.
So, tell me, how did you find out about Wesh?
Just keeping our ears open.
You hear the words on the dog, but there's also words under the dog.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll tell you. So, tell me something. Tell me something. You think someone like Gilly and a guy like me?
No.
Oh,
He's not good at that, but don't mind him.
is he single? I take it.
Yeah.
Because of your kind.
Well, pirates? I apologize if any of my brothers have done anything to any of you. But seriously, you know, I spend almost every day with her, and all she does is talk about business. And I'm beginning to think that it's just, you know, ever since her man died all those years ago, that's all she ever talks about.
Arnon, you mean her dad, or was she with somebody
You know,
else?
she used to not be like that, not before Arnhem died. But, you know, huh? Arnhem? No, Arnhem was her man. Timbo's father.
Oh, he died.
Timbo's father? Or Danuar? Danuar died of illness. Her father died of illness years ago. But Arnhem was a pirate.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Was he a human?
Yeah. So, so how do you think I could? How should I go about breaking the ice with her? He starts handing out glasses, pouring everyone a drink.
Flowers work.
Do they? Girls like flowers.
Can I make a wisdom check, Dad?
Yeah. What do you want a wisdom check for?
I'll never.
20.
Never happen again.
So he looks at you and he goes, "So, what do you think human girls like?"
Maybe she doesn't want to be. Maybe she's still heartbroken.
Just curious.
Did you talk to her about it? Did you tell her how you feel?
Well, no, but
Why don't you invite her out to dinner?
to where?
I don't know this town.
What's
I didn't
Odium's
get a
bathhouse?
map.
Oh, yeah, it's bathwater.
Yeah, too, is the
Tell her
casualist
here's
place in town?
Yeah, Odium's
There's some
bathhouse.
Cajback stew. Cajback
There's only
stew.
Why don't
much
you,
about ODOs
why
and
don't
fish
you
market,
make a
right?
business meeting and then
ODOs.
have dinner over business and then turn it into
Yeah, I don't think
talking
we want to go
about
take a date
not-
for
Okay.
Ah,
Just don't take
good idea.
Don't take her here. Take her to the Odium's bathhouse.
Yes, Odiog's bathwater. Yeah, that's it.
But don't bring flowers, it's too much pressure.
Too much pressure.
Yeah,
New
it's a
flowers
business
is too
meeting,
much.
you wouldn't bring flowers to
Don't
that.
bring flowers. Okay.
Gotta be subtle.
Almost made a mistake.
Clean up. Wash.
Good thing that we
Ah.
scared you away,
Down in the
just turn 'em over.
Bath, no flowers, good meal,
Be honest.
honesty.
Oh, bathhouse, okay.
Well, you know, taking a bath before you go is probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, smell good. She doesn't, like, she's showers
I
either, so.
don't think a lot of
No
people here
offense.
shower on a regular basis.
Smells.
She doesn't shower, she can't be mad that you didn't.
This is foul scent of soap.
Peach's boat smells so bad, nobody else is in there.
So.
And don't go to Fusty Lugs.
Good place for a first date.
Yep.
As you guys are sitting there talking, the front door swings open, and you see an enormous looking man walk in, and he's got a naked man slung over his shoulder unconscious. And he kind of drops him on the floor, and he goes, "Here you go," and he walks away.
We don't recognize either.
No.
They're both human?
Who's he saying, here you go to?
And Gibbs laughs. He goes, "We have a new recruit. It's the initiation." So,
What's that about?
I probably shouldn't be telling you this, because we always need good men and women. But all our new recruits have to participate in their first raid in the buff. So we send them over to Natalia over at Fusty Lugs. She drugs them up, steals all their shit, and then Notley, the bouncer, brings them back. He's ready to go now. We'll give him a sword when the time comes. Yeah, we all had to
Sounds
do
like
it.
fun.
We all had to do it.
All right.
Natalia makes a few extra gold and whatever the guy's carrying. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. He'll come to in a couple hours. Be ready.
So
So
the
you
big
guys
guy
are
that
getting
brought
ready?
him here, obviously, is the
No,
brain. Is the
that's
brains.
that's
the
Notley
operation?
Grund. He's the bouncer over at Fusty Lugs.
So you guys are getting ready to go out on a raid?
Yeah, well, some of the ships are tonight, leaving tonight. Yeah. I'm staying though. I'm not going out tonight.
How long's the raid gonna last?
Usually they're gone for a couple weeks.
You ever?
We're having to raid further and further out as the the authorities have,
So this would be a good way to gain the clashes and trust. Yeah.
It's gonna take too long for, I don't know, too long.
Yeah.
But what's
2
your,
weeks.
what's your
Couple
character's
weeks is too
align?
long.
What's your character's align?
Chaotic.
I appreciate that.
Would he do
So
something
you
like
think
that?
I should? So I go over there. I get
Trying to get
first get bath, right?
into the-
Bath first.
We need some more of these
Then
exploding
Take two.
power bombs.
Take 2 baths. Okay.
It's a means to the end. If I can stab a couple of them while I'm there, the pack.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really gonna
Character is
trust you now,
basically
since all you heard was I'm gonna stab a
Character
couple
is
of
basically
them all
Robin
in
Hood.
there.
Robin Hood.
Let's go on
This
a
is
raid with
outside
them.
the-
I'm
I don't
gonna
think
stab
it's
a
a
couple
good
of them.
conversation.
person would raid a village or a town.
Are you gonna stop raiding? What if Gilly doesn't want another raider?
Well, I
That's how
don't
our-
usually go
that's
out.
how our
I'm
band
I'm the bursar, so I manage all the affairs here. Like I make sure that we get paid from the BTC for what we bring in. I take that money and I disperse it to the gang. Everyone gets paid, but I don't usually go out.
So you could change some gold into silver for us.
Oh, you could run on down to the docks, the warehouse. We got a guy down there.
Are they gonna rape us on the exchange rate?
I'll send a good word ahead for you.
Thank you. Oh,
Is that what?
Hey, we've been around town a bit, and a few people won't even talk to us unless you tell them that we're good people or that Ragnar says we're fine. So, will you take care of that? Spread the word around that we're not.
Ragnar? Well, I'll tell you.
I mean,
never
you sure have
gets-
his ear, right?
well, no one sees Ragnar without my permission, except for Shifty. And he kind of rolls his eyes a little bit. Make a wisdom check. See if you remember. Shifty is Ragnar's woman. Shifty is Ragnar's woman. You guys, some of you guys remember when you first came to the Muck Spout, Ragnar was sitting there. There was a woman who, once strangers walked into the bar, who became overly and uncomfortably affectionate, at least uncomfortably to you guys, with him, as a way of kind of like pissing on her bush, you know. It's mine.
Yeah.
Look how important I am. I'm Ragnar's girlfriend.
Alright. Is there anybody else in the
Well, I
bar?
mean,
Oh yeah, there's other guys.
we don't need to see Ragnar. We just
Ask
need
him what the box is.
Well,
you to tell him to spread the word that we're not.
you want Ragnar's favor, right?
Yes.
We can't hurt in a place like this.
Well, I can see what I can do. I don't generally drop Ragnar's name unless he says gives the
I mean,
okay.
we could ask him if we could do business with him.
I think that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
So where are you guys coming from anyway?
We're up north. You probably never heard of that.
Why are you here?
That's why the river brought us.
That's where the river brought you, huh? Well, you want me to do a favor for you? I gotta know a little bit about you first. Listen, You help me out on a personal level. I appreciate that. But I need to know a little more about you before I start saying that you're to be trusted.
I'm looking for the hags.
We encountered a hag in Hunford, and dealt with that situation, and heard there are more down here than me.
He says, don't talk about that. Most people don't know about the hags. They don't. That's on purpose.
You do know about the hags?
But see, we're pretty quiet about it because until now you don't know what we were doing here.
Listen, Lash first came to this town about 2.5, 3 years ago. I found him stumbling into Gray Coven, covered in hideous wounds, and I nursed him back to health. He told me about the hags, what they had done to him. See all those scars that cover his body? They're from him. Those scars were caused by the hags. They tortured him. They tried to break him, but he refused and eventually escaped.
What did they want with him to break him or try to?
Well, again, not at liberty to say right now. Maybe someday.
Did he leave with his sanity?
So is there something we can do for you to help gain your trust?
So you're here to destroy the hags.
That's our end goal.
Let's try.
Just don't say it too loudly. I'm pretty sure the hags have agents in town.
We're pretty sure of it too.
It's best to just act like you don't know me. It's best to act like you're here to join the gang, or join the BTC. Don't say anything about the hags. I'll tell you what. Something's been bothering me. You know, Lash, he's got a reputation as a killer. But he's not. He really isn't. He really is a good person. But he's changed by the hags. I mean, how can you not be?
Who is that boy who escaped from the hags?
Oh, that's Little Flea, the little half-orc girl.
No, that by that town.
Oh, back in town. Oh,
Yeah.
in the first adventure.
Yeah, first.
You not remember? Okay, apparently not. Well, listen. Byron. Listen. The hags are deeply entrenched here in town, as well as out this in the swamp. From what Lash has told me, there's more than just the hags to worry about. I've heard already that you killed their Hydra, but that's not the only ally they have. And it certainly is going to draw their attention fairly quickly. So if I were you guys, I wouldn't advertise too loudly that you were the ones that killed the Hydra.
They already know who we are.
Yes, they already.
At least one of them.
Yeah, they know me.
Well, I got to tell you, there's something that's been bothering me. So maybe you can help me. Shifty Shay is her name. Lash's girl. He's actually quite in love with her. She seems to be the only thing that he cares about. So this is kind of a tightrope that I have to walk. Because she doesn't give two shits about Lash. In fact, I've seen her late at night sneaking over to Soren Corallo's house.
On both sides.
She's doing something.
How long has she been around town?
She was around before Lash even.
He's a leader again. Like, it's like
So what
But-
can we help you with?
Well, this is the problem I see. Since Lash has taken over Black Cove has not seen a single bloodbath in town, a single struggle for power. But if he were to find out that Shifty were cheating on him with Soren Corallo, all hell would break loose. There would be, this place would burn to the ground, I have no doubt.
Are you sure she's actually cheating, or? I mean, it does sound suspicious, but.
Well,
You could just be playing game chess.
I watched myself. She goes into his home. She doesn't come out till just before dawn. I don't know what else they're doing. She sneaks back to the muck spout. Listen,
Has she been down to the brand with him?
Lash doesn't ever go down to the brand.
So she doesn't go down either?
Listen. Lash cannot know. Lash cannot know that Shifty betrayed him, because it would put him over the edge. But what I need are two possible outcomes. And this is the hard part. And this isn't something that can be fixed overnight. But I either need Shifty to stop what she's doing with Soren Corallo. Be faithful. Stay with Lash until he can see her for what she really is, and he can be the one to get rid of her. Or we make her disappear and pin it on the hags. Then his rage will be turned outside of Black Cove towards the hags.
If we can put on the hags.
But we have to make it clear that the hags are the ones that did this.
Maybe we can earn his favor with trying to hunt the hags.
If you could prove to me that what you're saying is true, that you're here to destroy those hags, I can set a meeting with you with Lash.
I'll show him my mark.
Look at me!
No.
He looks at that and he goes, you should have a doctor look at that.
It's from the hags.
How often does she go?
Almost every day.
Every day or every night?
Yeah. It's after Lash. He drinks himself to sleep every night.
So we can go rest now and ambush her.
I couldn't help but notice that you skipped one other option that would be
If
to
you go
get
and
rid
wait and wait and see if
Corallo.
that's what they're doing.
Corallo.
then
Yeah,
they
just-
can-
Well, if we get rid of Soren,
Just wait
the
outside
gang
the
kind of
office
needs
and-
Soren.
or his house.
He is who fences all of our loot. And aside from his transgressions with Shifty, he is quite a good business partner. And I prefer the devil I know to the one I don't.
You can't just persuade him to stop doing that.
I don't know what to say to that. I don't even know how to broach the subject with him.
But even if we deal with him, isn't the problem with her, isn't she just gonna pick up with somebody else? That's the kind of person she's.
Well, but
He
if,
just doesn't want it to be the rival.
yeah,
It can't be between the BTC and the gang. Because then a war would start.
that's what just some showing or kill him.
You know,
It's a shame if all this got pinned on you, since you know of it all.
Pinned on me. Why? What did I do? I'm trying to keep the peace here.
Just saying, he finds out that you knew and didn't say anything.
It would be bad for me, yes. But I'm trying to do what's best here.
How long was he kidnapped by the hags?
I don't know. I only found him after.
Do you know anything else about the hags, where they might have their lair or anything?
I don't. Lash may be able to tell you more. He won't talk to anyone that he doesn't know. He
We know where
doesn't
the
trust.
is. We know where the
trust
roads
you?
are anyway.
Huh?
You trust you?
He does. But I need to give him reason to trust you.
Well,
We killed.
defeated the Hydra. That's
We
pretty
killed
good
one.
reason.
We killed a hag trying to join one of their covens.
If you tell him that you trust us, he's probably going to be more likely to trust us as well.
We killed We killed one of the hags trying to join their coven.
Well, what's happening?
Sorry, don't mind me. I just heard you were playtesting.
Yeah.
My curiosity got the better of me.
Yeah. We're playtesting this.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't interrupt. Continue.
So,
Oh yeah.
I lost my concept. Oh,
I said
he said, let's see, what proof do you have of this?
the witch's mark.
Yeah, just spend the night with him, you have all the proof of it.
I'm just
Chain
trying to
him
see.
up first, though.
That's
Well-
something we should start thinking about now.
Chaining him up?
Yes.
I've been saying that for the entire time.
Since day one. But listen,
I'd like to keep it on my shoulders.
we walk on a tightrope here in town. I don't want another bloodbath like the old days. It has to be handled carefully. And grabbing up Shifty now doesn't do us any good unless we have a way of pinning it on the hags. Direct proof of the hag's involvement. So don't go just scoop her up. She suddenly vanished with no way of knowing where she went or who was behind it. Sore or Lash would go on a rampage.
I mean, you saw what Lash looked like when you picked him up, right?
Yeah.
Well, how about you have some of your parrots do that kind of stuff to her? It would be pretty straightforward.
Well, that was done over a long period of time. In the meantime, she would, her disappearance would send Lash into a frenzy. What we need is something of the hags, something that proves that the hags took her right away. I don't know what that thing would be right now. That, or we need to intimidate Shifty into being loyal. But I don't even know how well that would work.
Intimidation.
I don't know how well that would work
Intimidation,
because
but I don't know if that's gonna work.
she could just run their swords.
Plus they were doing intimidation.
And you found Lash when he just came stumbling into town one day,
Yeah.
just
He
out of
was-
nowhere.
He was in very, very bad shape. Barely alive.
We do know where that's.
Is there any days that where the fog is worse than
Meg said.
We could go out
Um,
there and find something.
Generally speaking, no. It's pretty steady.
We're gonna need to talk to all of them, I just don't know if we want to, just how we want to
like
go about
if
it.
there is a day where the fog is worse, I think that would be a day where it could.
We could kidnap her and drop her off at the hag's hut. And then
Old Meg's
somebody-
place, you mean?
Yeah, and then have somebody lead.
We don't know if she's a hag or.
They just called her an old witch.
Yeah, we don't know if she's a hag.
So-
Did you read the first adventure yet?
So hag is,
You gotta do your homework.
so hag is coming from my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But how would we leave it at her house?
Well, we'd have gifts.
Hello, Byron.
Lash out of her house.
But how would people know that she's out there?
Because somebody saw old Meg grab her, I don't know.
The guy's still
I'm just,
unconscious.
yeah. just-
Huh?
The guy's still unconscious.
Yeah, he's still just lying there on the floor.
I prod him with my foot.
Yeah, you kind of kick him and he flops over on his side. Oh, he got a lot of spit rolling out of his mouth.
Still breathing.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
A couple of the pirates laugh at him.
Do I
and
know
kick
if
him over.
the hags worship any gods or like or
They got the
demons or
Aglich.
devils?
They got
They
the
they
Aglich,
they
Warrior.
they serve the Haglich shore rear.
I need you not to think about the hags too much. Might trigger something.
So, I'll talk to you more about this later. But listen, you did me a favor with Gilly, and I won't forget it. Right now, let's just relax, wait for our opening, wait for our time. If you need something down, I'll send word ahead to the warehouse, let them know that you're okay, you can trade there. But in the meantime, let's just enjoy our drink. Takes a shot of Screaming Orc whiskey.
On that note, I'm gonna get up and go buy a bottle at the bar.
Okay, it's 5 copper.
Throw it on the table.
jibbing. He's got a big black eye and looks like a split lip right now.
Oh, that's right.
And
He was skinning the
he
tail.
eyes Malik with disgust. Malhavoc, yes. Not you're Malik from the other game. Too many games. He eyes Malhavoc with disgust. He pushes the bottle at you.
So who's up? I'd yell at the bar. Who's up for a contest?
Some of the pirates look up. Cabbage Patch Stew?
And Screaming Orc.
Well, those don't mix.
Fight and drink. Around. And my buddy here. Hagmar's going to start us off.
No, I am not.
Some of the pirates get up and it's him. We will join in if he is the participant.
I'm trying to remember what his nickname was the first night we went to Mox Trout.
Hey, you can do this.
No, I will not.
Come on, Hagmar.
Persuasion?
Hagmar, all eyes are on you right now.
I'll roll persuasion against Dagmar.
You got to convince Josh. You can't make a roll against a player.
See, that's true. When you know do it. You do it.
Get extra XP.
2 points.
I wouldn't even do it for extra XP.
What'd you do for this Scooby Smack?
How about 2 Scooby Snacks?
So Cabbage Patch
Go for
Stew
pepperoni.
is disgusting stew. It's the only food served at the bar.
There's no cabbage.
And they had a cotton eating contest last time they were here. Josh took only 1 bite.
Don't I have to make a con save for
But his
eating it?
teeth are really white now.
Don't I have to make a con save for eating it?
Yes.
One
If you-
bite of
if you
Cabbage
take it
Patch
with
Stew chased
Screaming
by a
Orc.
Screaming Orc.
That's even worse.
Yeah, just wash it down with that. It's perfect.
We're gonna see here.
Actually,
That's
let's
a
go
man.
with the bottle of Screaming Orc
I'll put a
first,
gold
then we
coin
can
in
have
front
some.
of you. Gold coin per bite.
Gold coin per bite, Josh.
No.
Juice comes out, and he's got a big kettle of Cabbage Patch Stew, and he's got a big grin on his face as he waddles over towards your table.
Might be able to buy something eventually if you start getting gold coins per bite.
I'm out of the bowl.
Rosella comes over, and she puts bowls out on the table. So
Who's
the
in?
pirates start gathering in and around. Come on, Hagmar! Come on! You chickened out last time.
How are you going to prove yourself to these gentlemen?
I suppose the alternative
It's either this or go raid naked.
You want to
Let's show
join
him how
up?
it's done.
I know this great gal over at Fusty Lugs named Natalia. And you hear the guy on the ground.
I'm in.
Yeah, Snug and I are going to have a
Oh,
bowl
sure,
and
why not?
a drink.
Okay.
You're going to show him how it's done.
Any of the pirates?
How long
join
does it
us?
take?
They said they would if he joins.
Come on, Hagmar.
This is building trust with your fellows.
This is
After
team
everything
building
you've
trust.
done to us
Might help with
in the
your
middle of
bar.
the night,
Right.
I'm trying to gain
attacking
the
us,
pirates' trust.
gaining our trust. He attacks us in the middle of the night, screaming,
Exactly.
yelling, and twisting.
So this is where you guys are.
This is the difference between a clean cloth
It's
going in your
You know,
mouth
it
Lord.
might
and
cause interference with the
somebody's dirty kilt.
acts control over you.
Don't open up those.
Where to
You
try?
don't explore there yet.
Trying to advertise something again?
Huh?
Trying to advertise something?
What?
Yes.
National Guard?
Yes.
No.
We want you to join.
I'm going to sign you up if you don't get into this contest.
Sign me up then.
Yeah, some of the food in National Guard.
I'm going to have a bowl.
It's actually pretty
Okay.
good. It's better than
So the pirates are all kind of disappointed. But so who's going to do this contest? And what are you guys? You're going to bet amongst yourselves?
Oh, we're hoping some of the pirates jump in.
Pirates? They're all the wimps?
So you are
You
an
change the
hour out.
flavor of it for an hour.
We'll go gold
Kansas.
coin.
Yeah.
You add
Come on,
flavor
Hagler,
to
can
it.
get you a.
What's your guys' name?
Just salt and
Snog.
pepper.
Snog, that's right.
Snuggle boss.
Snoggle bottom weasel. Yes.
How long does it take for you to
Cost.
Bowden is
How long
in.
does it take
Bowden
for you to
is
change
in.
out spells?
The only cabbage is,
It's a cantrip. You should be able to do
No,
it.
Gordaz.
I want to change toxicity, laughter, and grease.
I think
You do it overnight.
the only cabbage is in the
Because
ring, it's all speakable stuff in there.
I've found situations where
It's
I've
in your
used
spell book. You just pick your spells for the next day when you get them every day.
Long
So
rest.
every day when you sleep.
Okay,
you
so
pick spells.
Snog is a yes.
Yes.
Bowden is a yes, and Gordaz is. Are you gonna get in the contest?
I guess.
Oh, Anara is an in. Antis, are you gonna get in this?
Yeah.
All right, Antis is in. Hagmar,
no.
Yes.
Come on,
Hagler.
I can bless you.
Malhavoc, are you gonna do this?
No, I already grew.
Mitch?
Sure.
Come on,
Mitch is
Hagmar.
in.
Why are you yelling at him
But
for
Hagmar has to do it.
Mitch will do it if Hagmar does it.
No, I'm gonna do it, but Hagmar has to do it if I have to hold him down.
Hagmar's doing it.
Well, actually, you know what? Hagmar can stay out. I believe his cat said it would do it.
Who's got the cat?
I do.
What do we have to do to snag the cat up?
Just grab it off his shoulder or wherever it is.
Tonight you're gonna get a firebolt directly to the face.
Like all the cool people.
That's drama cat.
No, you're gonna get thunderwave.
Cabbage.
Cabbage back, Steve.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get this show on the road. So all of the pirates been yelling and chanting. They're betting gold in between themselves, betting who's gonna come on top. For the most part, people are betting on Gordaz to win.
They know what they're
So Anara, you're first up. You have to take a big spoonful of this stuff, and then a swig of Screaming Orc. All right, so it's a Constitution save, and she loses it. She takes a bite. She just vomits on the table. She's already out. Antis,
11.
so you get the spoonful of Cabbage Patch Stew in, but when you get that mixes it with the Screaming Orc, you lose it. You just start puking. You can't handle it. Stock,
I probably just not gonna do this.
you get advantage.
13.
You get advantage.
Oh,
You're a dwarf.
21.
All right, so you get that first spoonful and shot down, and it's burning inside of you. Bowden?
And this too so bad it's considered
Ooh,
poison.
natural 1.
Bowden doesn't even get the Cabbage Patch Stew in.
He's dead.
Smells it, vomits.
Gordaz?
And that's,
Oh no!
13 with my plus.
13.
Yeah.
Oh, 13. You keep it down.
More!
So the pirates are all cheering Mitch.
That is a 16.
So Mitch, he gets the spoonful of cat. You get an unusually large chunk of mystery meat, but you're able to keep it down.
I'm looking for the cat. To see if
Is anyone going to hold down? Is anyone going to hold down Hagmar?
I'm wondering if maybe that was the cat that I just took a big
Grab
chunk of.
Agmar.
I think they should both
Grapple
have to at
Hagmar.
that point.
Yeah, I think I'll grapple Agmar.
All right, make your roll. Josh, make your athletics roll. Or acrobatics, either one you want.
Acrobatics.
13.
10.
All right, so he grabs you up.
Can I shock and grasp him?
Yeah.
Okay. What was it, D6?
Well, you got to roll a hit. What's your armor class?
It's a touch.
17
right?
without a shield, 19 with.
Is it
I'm
touch right
assuming
there?
Well, there's no touch
You gotta
anymore.
have your shield.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
assuming
grab
17.
Are you wearing metal armor?
I'm wearing chainmail.
All right, so you have advantage on your attack, Josh. So it's like you're holding him, and his hands are all electrified, but he just can't seem to turn around and get you. Who's gonna grab his nose?
I will.
Okay.
There's no again action, did?
No. What's his turn?
Oh.
So he grabs you by the nose, puts a spoonful of muck in your mouth. Make a Constitution save, Josh. Oh, Immediately he throws it up. Well, Hagbar, you participated, and all the pirates start cheering, patting you on the back.
So you just helped us out.
Yeah, can I get a pencil?
You're not getting
Have a
either,
pencil,
so
Dad.
you're not one of us. Everyone else did it.
When we next set out in the
You're
swamp,
not.
we'll bring a big bowl we can practice.
Can I disperse magic missiles, Dad?
Huh?
Can I disperse
16.
magic missiles?
To who?
I wasn't involved.
To all the people that were holding you
Yeah.
down? Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So is it
Wild mage?
No, he's a
Damn it.
mage.
3, 6, 5?
You jerks! Alright, Stog, what'd you get?
16.
Alright. So you take that second bite, and you get the second shot down, and you
It's
feel
really
like
good, man.
it's just barely staying down. But you're good. Gordaz? Oh! Gordaz! He gets a spoonful and he just vomits up everything from the last time and this time. This table is a disgusting mess. But that's not unusual as all of the tables are covered in filth.
And
Mitch.
back away from the table.
I don't know.
17.
Mitch, you keep it down, but barely. You feel your stomach is on fire.
Alright, go ahead, round 2.
This is round 3. Snog. Oh, well, he already lost.
Oh, a 1 and a 4.
A 1 and a 4, so Snog loses it. Mitch, if you take this last bite and hold it down, you win. I'm not sure what you guys bet, or even if you bet, you're just doing it for,
Oh, that's a 6.
so you lose it too.
After I watch everyone else.
So
And I-
Snog and Mitch tie.
And I projectile towards Hagmar.
So right across Malhavix, right on the Hagmar.
I cast Mage Armor.
I cast shield.
Cast Blade Ward.
So several of the pirates say, "Oh, this is fun, but we got to get ready to go." And they take off, and you realize you guys look up on the balcony. You know, there's like that runner, and then the stairs that come down. You see Slash up there, leaning on the railing, looking down at what you guys are doing. When he realizes that you're looking at him, he turns around and goes into a room.
That was
His room.
Do I know what?
hey, that just took us
Down the hall at the end.
a couple more points.
Well, I mean, I saw him go in and I didn't really, he just didn't disappear down the hall.
No, you see there's doors lining that top part.
It's like,
He goes down
like
and
an
goes
old
into a door.
west.
Yeah.
Balcony.
Next time I'm gonna Thunder Wave if that happens.
I think we need to
It was
go.
a stunning strike. You.
In the boat.
You don't see green, no.
And the
Pretty sure I can hit you without even
trap
trying.
door is closed.
Closed, yeah.
I'll just grease the floor.
Time of day?
Yeah, I was wondering.
Good evening time.
I've got a high enough.
Jibbin
I'll just grease your face.
comes
Might hurt
over
you even
and
more.
puts another bottle on the table, and he says, "Yeah, this is from Juice," and he puts it in front of Mitch, and he walks away.
Is the
What is
going
it?
on tonight?
Screaming orc?
It's Screaming Orc.
I'll put it in the center of the table.
Huh?
Are they fighting the brand tonight?
Let's see.
Well,
They
would all be
fought 2
participating?
nights ago. So 3 nights ago. Yeah, they would be.
They got some new knolls in there.
Yeah. The Knolls aren't ready yet. They gotta be obedient Knolls.
Where's that?
So the gladiators have to break them first.
We can really make shit.
Still a couple hours before the brains.
We should have stole.
Yeah.
We should have stole a fang and 2 hyenas, and then it would just been. Wait, a male and a female hyena. Then they have infinite knolls.
I'm gonna
I don't know if we want to get
make my way over to
Yeah.
the Lavina
I don't want to give them any.
Oh, okay.
before they close down for the night
Okay.
to get the potions and stuff.
Okay. So,
Well, you probably should have thought that before you thunderwaved him to death.
Should we head down to the
Every
warehouse?
first soul spells a thunder.
is anyone gonna take that bottle that came over?
Sure.
Oh yeah, we'll take it with us.
Is it corked or open?
You make an investigation.
Half drink.
5.
It's closed. Screaming Orc. Congratulations.
Turns out it's half drink.
The finest whiskey that's not another whiskey, and
I
Yes.
look at it and it's dated 2 days ago. Ooh, vintage.
All right, so you head over to Lavinia's, and she's got all of your salves and elixirs ready. You had thrown in 2.
Juniper.
Okay, so there's also 2 of those that she has ready for you. Kezia still hasn't come back, but it's not unusual. She usually goes out for a day or 2 at a time.
Okay. I thanked her. Ask her if she needs anything for him.
No, not for these.
Okay.
But she does offer you healing potions that she's brewed as well.
How much?
Well, she offers you, she's got 4 regulars there, and she's going to offer you this batch for 25 gold apiece. And then she's got 2 graders ready, and she'll offer you those for 180 gold pieces apiece.
I'll take a regular.
That might be where my money was.
So 360 total.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Normally they're 350 apiece.
they're like 350.
That's why my money went.
Really? Graders.
There's 2 of them. And there's still 3 25 gold piece healing
Our
potions.
graders
That's more.
44.
That's more. It's 4. That's more hit points than you have.
Give me a name. I mean, does anybody buy them?
I'll take one of the greater.
I took a single, a regular.
I actually have 9 more hit points. I have
Anyone else need
29.
healing potions?
I'd buy a
And
regular
I'm a
one.
mage.
25.
I rolled lucky.
I got 5 regular, but I can roll 5 of them.
There are 2 regulars left and 1 grader left.
How much is a regular?
25 in this case. She's giving you a discount on them. Anyone else?
Oh, they.
1 grader left or 2 regulars?
I'll take all 3.
Okay, so that would be 210 gold. No, 230 gold, sorry. 230.
1 greater and 2 regular.
Yeah.
Keep track of your junipers. 'Cause I don't have no money.
Yeah.
Then I can put them in
Salves.
Yeah.
What's a salve?
Depends on what
So where do we
what does the
want to
juniper do?
The warehouse.
2 during a short rest. It heals 1 hit point.
Where do we want to do it? The warehouse?
Okay.
So we gotta
So it's
exchange
like
the
a-
gold and we'll see what we
yeah.
got.
I think we're gonna get rid of
Two juniper chew.
Well, they said they'd clear the
some chow.
path for, so we don't get raped in the raid scene. So
P prolong.
Are the kids gonna find us, or did they tell us where to meet them?
They didn't tell, you guys didn't give them a location, but they're always wandering around town.
we need to get the copper for the canoes. If we get the canoes.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do that.
Are you guys gonna head down to the warehouse?
We don't even need to go back there anyway, but we don't know. We're just a pretext.
Who has the bomb?
I'm gonna be looking for Oriana.
Okay,
Can I have it?
Or-
in his bed?
No.
Or
You do not need to touch the bomb.
okay.
Either one.
Because we need some revenge from.
Go ahead and make a
Cavitax.
perception.
I'm gonna fly in his room.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have to start chaining you up at night.
I want to check this bottle.
18.
Okay. So from a distance, you catch a glimpse of Sabina going into the underdocks.
Can I whistle at her?
Yeah, you can whistle at her. So
Hey,
you
where are we at?
let out a whistle, but she doesn't seem to hear.
Are we outside of the bar?
Right now, you're at the Buckspout. Yeah. He wandered off to Level Rewards though, to go pick up potions and stuff. I guess you went over to Level Rewards too. You just bought potions.
Yes.
So we're milling out on the ramparts.
Yes.
Then I guess since you didn't hear me, I kind of go off to where she went under.
Okay.
Look around for her there.
Are you going to climb underneath?
Yeah.
All right. So make an athletics check.
Where are we at on the map?
Well, Level Rewards is at 8.
8. We're outside of 8.
Huh?
Athletics or acrobatics?
This would be. I guess this would actually probably be acrobatics.
I'm with him.
Natural
he's-
20
We
plus
were
5.
all.
All right, so you
So
swing
you follow
underneath,
Yeah.
and are you an elf?
Yep.
Okay, so you're
He's
skinny.
under the docks now.
You're able to just barely squeeze into the little. One of the things. These are built for kids, so it's very tight confines. And the first thing you notice is that the entire underside has been painted in bright colors, suns and rainbows and lots of golds and reds. And when you look up and down the underdocks, it's just the entire underside has been colored.
Okay.
But moving at your size, at a medium size, is very difficult.
Okay. Can I see anything, like her, or
Um,
signs of which way she went? Hear anything?
You can make a perception.
Natural 20 plus 5.
Are you using critical?
You can hear.
This is just a bit done.
So you can hear something to the south. So your little nook that you've got a belly crawl through is moving right now to the. I'm sorry, not south, to the north. Right now, the little thing you're going to belly crawl through is moving northeast, but eventually it turns due north.
Okay.
So you're crawling along here, and you're coming along, and as you belly crawl along, you can hear two voices talking. You can hear one is Sabina's, and then one sounds like a little boy or a boy's voice. Not a little boy, but a boy's voice.
So I stop and I'm trying to listen.
Okay, you listen, and you can hear Sabina talking with this boy about what life is going to be like after they leave this place, after they have money to leave, and take Little Flea with them and get out of here.
Once they settle down and stop talking or whatever, I deliberately start making noise
Okay.
and go forward still.
Okay. All right. So when you round the corner, in a little nook that's off of the main underdock, you can see there's a boy there with Sabina, and you're right below Gilly's workshop. So you assume it's Timbo. Who I don't know that you guys have met yet.
Yeah, well, I think we met.
And Sabina goes, "Wait, wasn't expecting to see you here. You're kind of smudging Oriana's work."
Sorry about that. Didn't know it was going to be so small down here.
Well, it kind of keeps the pirates out. That's why we built it like this.
Makes sense. Where is Oriana?
Well, she's probably underneath the fisherman's wharf right now. She was coloring there last time I saw her. She's there with the twins.
Is he the only one that was down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one.
But I think he's an elf. He's really, of all the medium-sized people
The
here,
only one that would fit?
yeah, because he's kind of more slight of build.
While he's doing that, I want to check that bottle out.
Okay.
Like, open it.
Investigation.
10.
You open it up, you smell it, it sounds fine.
I'm going to take a drink.
Okay. Take a drink.
Nothing falls in my mouth there.
Roll a d20 for me.
There's your outcomes.
4.
A 4.
Eat some dice.
There it is.
Just swallow it.
Your maximum hit points have dropped by 10. You have the poison condition as well.
Whoa.
And you feel terrible.
So,
Who was it that dropped this bottle off?
Well, Jibbin delivered it to the table.
said it was from juice.
Said it was from juice.
We'll record it.
Is there?
Once you get puke up my
It
sleeve.
was for
Can
me.
we roll a medicine check to see if it's poisoned or not?
Because he said it was for you, right? When he brought it out.
Well, yeah, he
Oh, I
said he
have,
brought out for you. Yeah.
He did. Can we roll a medicine check?
I have
to see if it's
advantage on
poisoned or
savings
not?
throws against.
Okay, roll again then.
Oh, that's better.
19.
Okay, so you fight off the effects of the poison, and you take only half of that damage.
So 5.
Yeah, but it knocks off your maximum until you are able to get that recovered.
And we roll to see if it is poison or not, or if it's just screaming orc.
No, it's not just screaming orc. It's poison.
Can we roll a medicine check or something like that to see what kind it is?
Liverworts.
Would we be able to tell?
Yeah.
what was
Yeah, you want to take the blubber wards.
We'll take it to liverworts. and
Well,
see
we're
if she-
right there.
Yeah,
We're
right
standing
outside.
outside the shop.
I can do a lesser restoration. If we can tell that it's poison.
I won't tell if she can find
Why
out.
don't you
So what do you tell Sabina?
I tell her that,
We'll find out. She should be able to check it for us.
tell her I have a
The
gift.
question is
Okay.
he fingered
And I give her the dog.
Gilly
What is this?
Like it's a toy. I thought you guys would like
skimming the tip?
She's kind of looking at it real close, and how does it work?
Don't overwind it.
You put this key in there, and you wind it once, and that's it. And as long as you have the key, it'll follow you around.
Oh, and she kind of holds out her hand for the key.
I give her the key, and I tell her, now what do we do when we overwind things?
I
Everything blows up.
okay.
So we don't
Why would you do that?
You don't do that. That's why you wind it just once.
Okay, so she takes the key and she says, "This is awesome. Oriana's gonna love this." She puts in the key and winds it once, and it begins hopping around her and barking, and Timbo's laughing. He goes, "I'm gonna go get Oriana right now." And she starts she's squatted down and she's running down the gangplank there in the underdock away. Tibbin's right behind her with the dog chasing.
Is there any like exits out here? Or
You can.
do I have to go
There
back
are
to
all
my
these
key?
openings on the sides that you just basically pull yourself up and out onto the dock.
I'll do that.
Okay, acrobatics.
14 plus
Okay,
5,
so-
18.
So you pull yourself up and out, and you are right next to the wetfoot carpenter.
And I start making my way back to
All right. So when he comes back to you guys, you can see all of these bright pigments all over his back when he was crawling and scraping his way through the underground.
We could have just seen
He's
the
not
cat.
going to hide very well right now.
So you think?
I think it's camouflage.
Can I speak through my familiar?
Flip my coat and little chalk dust
No.
is flying off.
So where's she getting all these colors? I mean, is that something that's...
We already found that out. Remember, she was stealing them from Driggle Draggle.
All right, so I need to get that
Check out the
poison.
Yeah.
So Lavinia says if you leave it with her, she can try to figure it out.
Okay.
Don't drink it.
I'll leave it with
Okay. Oh, where's that at?
So that was just -5 to my maximum hit points.
Yeah, until you get a lesser restore.
Well, that's why I was asking, would we have noticed that he was poisoned, or?
He felt the effects.
He'd have turned
Yeah, he
shades.
felt that he fought it off. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Lesser Restoration on him then.
Thank you.
I'll
Okay.
give her 3 silver and tell her don't tell anyone else about that.
Okay. Dear old dad sent me a text. What did he have to say?
Don't drink the poison.
Too late.
Text him, don't. This ring and all.
Because you never know if there's a...
So it was meant for you.
Or someone in the group.
From
That's what I'm thinking.
What's that?
Him. He fingered the bartender for skimming the till.
That's right.
And he took a beating for it.
Because he said Juice gave it to him, but we didn't see Juice give it.
No.
All right. So, where are you guys heading next?
It's still early. We need a long rest before we go.
To the brand.
I mean, it's not even dark yet. It's getting to be dusk.
All right, courthouse.
Well, if we take a long rest now, by the time we wake up, it'll probably be just about the right time to get lusty lugs. think
Is there better food
We've never.
Fuzzy Lugs, there's no food there.
Well, is there a buffet there?
Fuzzy Lugs? Yeah, there's a buffet
It's
there.
it's a seafood
there? Do they sell
buffet.
Butch's pizzas?
They do sell Butch's Pizza, yes.
Well, shoot it, I think we should.
Is that the
hit
place where you
warehouse.
can get
Yeah.
I'll be right back while you guys decide. I should use the restroom.
Wouldn't be a bad idea just to see what's
Get a
there.
water
so
and
you've
some
been there.
mints.
Right.
do they
I
have
think we have a good idea what's there.
I'm not saying we gotta go to the
Still not
whorehouse
good,
to get them.
but we might learn
What?
who's
I'm not saying we
there
gotta go to
and
the
what
whorehouse to
business
get
they're
them,
doing.
but
do they have a Cinnabon?
we at least need to go there to
I would
figure
hope
out what's
not.
going
I'll just
on.
separate those.
It's a lot of sticky stuff.
We saw
Bye
it.
guys, got better places.
Good to see the person another thing.
Right. We'll be down by the
Yeah,
dock.
I wouldn't be too sure if that's icing.
Come back covered in glitter.
It never
You
comes
jump,
off.
you jump inside the sea. No, the glitter still doesn't come off. Even the saltiness of the sea doesn't get the glitter off.
It's not glitter, it's stripper dust.
It's even harder to get off.
Get that all the time off the routes.
That's what's getting all the colors that she's putting on.
When the new Americans pay you for deliveries, they pay in bundles of ones, and half the time they're covered in glitter. Like, yeah. What
That's bad.
stripper?
We've only talked about strippers.
What stripper is this covered in?
Well, they even make glitter.
Glitter and stripper dust.
Very carefully.
It's like sad.
Only if there's also cocaine.
That's $100 bill.
Just-
Something that can
Oh,
fry
they,
it.
half and half.
they keep the cocaine ones.
They keep the cocaine ones on $100 bills. The glitter's are the ones
If you
$1
spray it on something that
bills.
flies, it falls.
They're paying in ones, I don't think they have $100 bills.
These faded, daddy issues.
They spent that on the coke.
That's why you take $2 bills to the strip club. You get better service.
So where are you guys going?
The warehouse, I think.
No, we're busy talking about strippers.
Heading down to the warehouse.
Yeah, he is a video.
So what?
Not in this room.
What?
Huh?
What was that?
How many?
I don't know. So you head on down to the warehouse. A massive warehouse overlooks a series of piers where a half dozen single sail longships are tied up. Tall sliding warehouse doors allow access to cargo on the south side of the warehouse, while a door on the north end opens into an office. Pirates swarm the docks, unloading cargo, making repairs, and some merely lounging with a bottle of brew.
Is this 14?
Yes.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can identify anything that they're loading and unloading?
Yeah.
They're unloading boxes, 7.
So they unload everything from bolts of cloth and it looks like barrels of pipeweed or barrels of rum. Those are the obvious things that you can. There's all manner anything that has a value that's not tied down. They take when they raid. So they even take like bushels of corn if they find it because they can sell it. Anything they can sell back to the BTC, they take.
Is there anything suspicious? I got a 21.
Nothing really suspicious stands out.
Except for the fact that it's stolen.
Beyond that.
The Ark of the
Top
Covenant.
them in. Top.
These are the-
Josh, what you notice with your higher roll, you're going to notice things like paintings, chests that are locked securely.
Ark of the Covenant.
It's a level 9 weapon.
I say it's a level. I
Is
think
there
it's like a
like
level
a-
20 magic missile.
A window or something we can buy stuff from, or is it?
You want to go to the office?
Always hits.
Or just meander through and pick what we want?
Into the office, or you go. The way it works is you go into the office and there's somebody there.
Okay. We'll go to the office.
Okay, so a pair of desks have been pushed together, virtually cutting the office in half. A small gap on the left leads behind the makeshift wall where a balding, sweaty fat man with long, curly mutton chops sits. Around him in precarious heaps are logbooks and loose sheets of paper nearly 2 feet in tall at places. Rows of shelves packed with similar logbooks and documents are stacked against the back wall, opposite sides of the door that leads into the warehouse behind him. He looks up at you and he says, "Ah, you must be Gibbs boys. I'm Mr. Gildenbrash. What are you looking for?"
You had that wrong.
Right.
Just kind of interested to see what you have here, what kind of goods you
I don't
have.
know the sparking coming out of it.
Just holds up in there.
Well, I got all manner of stuff. What do you need?
Too many pages. How about alchemist fire?
Alchemist fire. You're always asking for that. He says, he stands up and he pulls a book down from an area that's not quite as messy, and he starts paging through it. He says, yeah, we have some. What's the list price of alchemist fire in the book? Oh,
It's in the one.
It's in the appendix.
So you chose.
50 gold.
all right. So he sells it for 100 gold a vial.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Your buddy was supposed to get us fair prices down here.
Your buddy got you into the door. Pay my prices.
That's a little too high.
Suit yourself. Someone will pay it.
Have any spell books?
Spell books. Afraid I don't have any spell books, friend. Who got it? Listen. We just got in some of the best Black Lotus. Maybe I could interest you guys, you gentlemen, in some Black Lotus.
What would somebody do with that?
Really? Tell them.
-2 intelligence and wisdom. You get a +2 strength and con for 4 hours. Highly addictive narcotic. DC 16 con save to avoid addiction. Failing the saving throw results in -2 wisdom for every 12 hours of not consuming the drug, up to a maximum penalty of -6.
I got it.
Additionally, every 24 hours of sobriety results in 1 level of exhaustion, up to a maximum of 3. Breaking the addiction requires a minimum of 3 days of sobriety and a DC 20 wisdom save.
Oh, I like that one.
It's good stuff.
And how much is that?
What's
30
that?
gold.
30. 60 gold.
You just doubled his price.
But all of his stuff is sold at double price.
How about 40?
You want some Black Lotus for 40 gold? This is the best stuff there is. 60 gold is a steal.
Persuasion?
Yeah. What do you say to him?
I think your price is a little high, and your buddy was supposed to help us out on the prices down here. He said he'd help us out.
Yeah, he got you in the door.
Is there anything we can do to help you?
Oh, that's a fine question. Fine question.
To get the prices a little fairer.
Well, you see, I have the Lasher Gang has made an arrangement with Soren Karada. He is to get first dibs on fine art, jewelry, the like. But he doesn't want to pay my prices, and I don't understand this. Me either. So, I've got some new paintings in that he's interested in. Perhaps you could go speak to Soren about negotiating fairly with me. If you could convince him to pay the 500 gold I'm asking for these paintings rather than the 200 paltry gold that he offered, I could see we clear to lowering my price a little on that Black Lotus for you.
Seems a lot of work for a 10 gold discount.
Well, it's per Black Lotus, per dose. Believe me, once you've tried the Black Lotus, you'll just want more and more.
Once you try Black Lotus, you'll go back. That's pretty cool.
That's right.
How many paintings are there?
There are 2.
Just 2 paintings?
Yes, but they're fine. Fine works of art.
They're 500 apiece.
Now he's offering me, I'm offering them each for 250 gold. He offered me a paltry 200 gold for both.
Well, Agmar, are they worth it?
That's my praise.
Party, I'm gonna paint some more filter,
Then you can swap them.
Well, we'll have a talk with him.
What's the praise intelligence?
With
The things we do to try to make friends.
What did Black Lotus do?
all kinds of stuff. It's on the narcotics sheet.
It's an opioid.
Basically ruins.
But it's Stygian. It's the best.
Yeah. Stingy.
Was it?
Only give to your
Will
enemies.
it appraising object be appraised?
Well, they have a wisdom check for appraise.
Oh, it's a wisdom
Don't
check.
your-
I was looking for appraise.
Yeah, appraise doesn't exist anymore.
If you got rollers,
It's just a wisdom check.
Already going to a big fight.
Yeah, but what it does, once you get sober,
this is how addiction is.
Yes.
That's why your monsters don't play D&D.
Yeah.
See, once you go to the
Blitzkrieg.
don't go back.
$40 a pop, or 40 gold a pop. You can stay high all you want, that's
Can
just,
you
go
already
back
do that,
hard.
dude? You are.
Just say no to
He's
drugs.
a cleric.
Just say no to peppermint.
Alright, yeah, it's probably not worth it.
You guys want to buy anything else from these guys? Does anyone else need anything?
I'll
Does
go
he have
ahead and
anything
pay
that-
60 gold for one thing of Black Lotus.
Oh, okay. It comes in a paste, and you're supposed to smoke it.
I'm saying, don't you need a +1 more?
So it's not something you can.
you can throw it to somebody's car.
I mean, I have a long
So it's not something
Tar
that
heroin
is
in your
quickly.
D&D game.
plus 2 on
No,
all
it's
that.
not something you like swipe and drink.
We're going
You gotta
back.
Smoke.
Do you have anything else that you think might interest us?
The +1 would be damage.
I have, well,
Add the +1
the boys just got back raiding this plantation, and they brought back some really nice silken nobleman's clothes.
And with the +1 one, we get extra.
Those will do well in the swamp.
The girls down at Fusty Lunch sure would like them. You want to impress the ladies, don't you?
By wearing them? No.
Oh.
Well, I thought it was just
I like where your head's at. Yeah, we need to buy a bunch of these drugs and take them to the whorehouse. We'd be happy to give us.
How much is he asking
Yes,
for
let's
this
get.
clothes?
I thought it was expected.
While
80
Hagmar
gold.
goes
Be about the
insane
same
for
as
witches
Elizabeth
mark,
anyway.
we're getting
For a
whores
full outfit.
Yeah, I'll get it.
strung out.
What can I get for 10 gold?
10 gold?
See, it's easy. Just put this in your body.
Anara is
See
broke.
the ocean.
My dear, for 10 gold, Mr. Gildenbrash has this fine bottle of wine he offers you. You can see there's blood splattered on it.
That would make it worth it.
Ask what kind of archery equipment he has.
Archery equipment. I think we might have grabbed up some longbows the last time we had a run-in with the law.
Normal longbows.
Yeah.
Just +1.
He doesn't sell magic items.
Where do you sell magic
I don't know what
items?
he's got in
Because
there.
you would sell them for 5,000 gold probably.
Yes.
No,
Maybe he's got +1 arrows. I don't know.
Do you have the healing arrows?
Is there any
Will you
more
shoot
bad
someone to
magic
heal them?
Yeah.
Take two.
Isn't that in 3.5 grand? Or was that
I
heal?
think if there's any magic item in there, it's one of the three people who are
There
gonna
was
have
a
them.
dagger
Different guys.
heal.
Really?
You roll damage and healing.
Listen,
I can't remember.
I have Black Lotus in varying amounts all the time. So when you're ready for more, you come back and see me. Alright.
Shouldn't the first one be free?
But only for kids.
Oh.
It's the house and that's
This
not
is
how it
the
usually
playground.
goes.
This isn't the underside of the
Yeah,
docks.
you paid 60 for that. That was the next one's 530.
We'll get like.
I got a plan. I got a plan.
You need a hike with that?
No, I got a plan.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Is the chore boy free when he buys?
Huh?
Is the chore boy,
The chore boy?
which you use to hold it inside the glass tube?
Yeah, they'll
Free piece of chore boy.
Comes with
what's
instructional
your
video.
Cassette tape.
So is Oshi's.
Cassette
Yeah,
tape.
Levine.
Old lady.
See if she can refine it. Get rid of the
That's
back
how
part.
Harvard uses
VHS tape.
Black Lotus?
Saw that smoking.
Those are the properties of Black. This is pure stuff. Stingy and the best.
See if she can do something with it for us.
Yeah, you gotta see how nasty the bag crack.
No, we gotta be able to put this in an arrow or something.
I think my enemies feel real good for 4 hours.
That makes them stronger.
Does Black Lotus kind of look like tar?
Yeah, it looks like a tar.
So I couldn't use
Black tar.
heavy
So where do we
needles,
need to go from there?
not dirty
Where
needles.
you guys
have to
gonna go
cook
from here?
And then
Oh, can I run
Heavy,
out of
not
things to
dirty
do?
needles.
The only place we haven't been is Fusty Woods.
You need. You haven't been to
Barracks.
Foxy Legs.
Yeah, but barracks, we don't want to
If
get
anybody has questions on
you
this,
have to, you have to commission no.
there's some hard requests.
But they probably.
You want to head to Fusty Legs?
Yeah, let's go see there.
Okay. So,
Fusty Woods, we
Josh,
got
what you going to get later?
a 5-piece on time for a Fusty.
Josh hangs his head. Okay, the massive 2-story house has seen better days. Though patches of dirty white paint still cling stubbornly, the cypress planks that cover the building's exterior are largely exposed and weather-worn. The building leans precariously to the left, but has been reinforced with timbers to prevent collapse. There's a wide pillared porch that leads up to the front door of Fusty Lugs. It sits open. A couple ladies sit on the porch and wave at you with their approach, at your approach. One of them is a beautiful, raven-haired woman. She kind of yells at you. She'll yell at, let's see, who we yell at.
So if my teacher's asked, what do you
Mal Havoc. She waves to you and she says, "Hey, Elf, are you looking for company for the evening?"
I have company for the evening.
Oh, that's too bad. Another woman. This woman looks a little bit older, like she's been here for a long time. She pulls her hood down as you guys approach, and I need a very high wisdom check from somebody.
4. It's not very.
22?
23.
11.
11.
I got 22 and 23.
So that's what do you do over Christmas break?
Imaginary.
You think to yourself, boy, she looks really familiar. You're not really sure where. Something strikes you about this woman. And as you guys approach, she says, "Oh, the Hydra Slayers." Word's gotten around. Of course, it always does around town. It's spread around quickly. Maybe you guys could have some time for me. Not in the biblical sense.
Of course.
I could sure use someone to talk to.
Do you have a sitting room inside where we can talk now?
Perhaps we could go up to my bedroom and we could talk in private.
Is it big enough for all of us?
Sure. This building is massive.
Like a southern plantation building?
Yeah.
Just one large bedroom.
As you guys come inside, you see the large oaf sitting in a chair just inside the front door to the right. It's Notley. And he kind of looks up at you dully and doesn't really react, just more people coming in. There's several men in a waiting room, several pirates sitting in the waiting room. But Natalia, she stays out on the porch outside. Woman says, "My name is Saphira. Please follow me." And as you guys start going upstairs, there's 8 of you. One of the pirates yells, "Give him hell, Saphira!"
8 of us and a girl.
And she just kind of laughs and waves at him. And she brings you into her room. Her bedroom is really large. It's 20 feet by 20 foot. All the rooms in this building are really large, though. It's a huge, it's one of the biggest buildings in town, except for the Odiokes. She says, "I think I'm going to go out on a limb here. But I get the feeling that several people in town already have with you. That's why I'm confiding in you. Fusty Lugs was actually originally owned by a good friend of mine, Edna's Fusty Lug. She was a dwarf, and we were good friends. But suddenly, she sold Fusty Lugs to Hetty Roma and just left. I've never seen her since.
Where'd she leave to?
I don't know. There's people that say, or Hetty tells me, that she just went back to civilization and lived off the money. But Edna's, she loved this town. I mean, as rough around the edges as it is, she loved this town. She loved she loved Fusty Lugs, and she loved the girls. Hetty doesn't give 2 craps about us as long, but you know, unless we give her the money that from the tricks we pull.
Did she tell you that she sold it?
No, I never even got to speak to Edna, and she was my friend. She's just gone one day.
Does Hetty live here?
See her leave?
I never even saw her leave. Some people say they saw her leaving town in the wagon, but I don't.
Edna Fussy Love?
It's Edna's
Think
with an S at the end.
I think there's more to it if she.
And Hetty Roma, Hettie, she claimed to have bought Fusty Lugs from
Does she live here?
she lives here, yeah. But something's just not right. And it make it even weirder. And I can't help but notice that those guys from the Lasher gang show up here all the time. They don't even go in with any of the girls. They just go see Hetty, and they talk for a while, and then they leave. That Gree and that Jibin Bahari guy, they come in here like every other day. They don't even, like I said, they don't even see any of the girls. Why come to Fusty Lugs? You know, I guess everyone has their own thing, but something's not right.
I think that she.
Was
Did you
Etty
know?
one of the girls here before?
Huh?
Was Etty one of the girls working here before?
No. She came into town out of the blue and bought Fusty Lugs from Edna's. Doesn't make any sense. But no one seemed to care enough. No one cared enough that Edna's was just gone.
How long ago did this take place?
Well, it's been a couple of years now. Let me make sure I got that right. It's been about a year. About a year.
I don't have anything.
Even at about a year, I say, you know, if it's been that long, the
Did
odds
she-
of us finding anything are, you know, grow smaller each day. It's
I know.
Did she run away? Was she-
Listen. She's up to no good, I'm telling you.
Is
Teddy, and if she even knew I was talking to you, she'd have my head. We've had so many girls since Edness has come through, or since Edness has left. We've had so many girls come to work at Fusty Lugs and then just vanish. It happens all the time.
did Ed just run away?
I don't know.
What's Hetty look like?
She's older. She basically describes like an old Western madam. She's got big hair, big billowing dress, kind of a little overweight, buxom.
Human.
Huh?
Human.
Yeah, human. She says, and I just don't, you know, we were supposed to, and she kind of stops for a second, looks down at the ground. Edness and I, we were supposed to turn Fusty Lugs into a place where the Skelpies could stay. But when Edness disappeared, that just all went away. And you helped my daughter, and I'm asking for your help now.
Who's your daughter?
Huh?
Who's your daughter?
Sabina's my daughter. Although she won't admit it.
Who's your father?
I don't know.
When was the last time you saw Sabine?
She won't talk to me anymore.
Did we get her name? What is this girl's name?
Saphira? Saphira Gray.
Why won't you talk to me?
She doesn't like what I do. But I tried to put an end to that, and Edness had promised. You know, we got, at Hetty, she makes all these deals with the pirates. The girls are treated horribly. Like I said, girls vanish all the time. She buys girls from the pirates and uses them as slaves, and if they mouth off, suddenly they're gone. One of the girls here, Serena, she's in constant fear of that Trajan. And you remember who Trajan was?
Black Dragonborn.
Black Dragonborn. He pays extra to keep her to himself, and he's
Nobody else can see her.
right. She's just locked away in that room.
Did she ever tell you what you're doing with her? Why you wants that?
I don't know. She's young. She's a beautiful woman, but I don't know what a Black Dragonborn wants with a human. But all I know is that he treats her poorly. And that's an understatement. I think you understand. If I had the gold, I mean, there's only two ways out of town. Either the pirates or Manfrey Thorpe, remember who Manfrey is? He's the ship captain who takes the stuff back to civilization to sell for the BTC. One of them, we need to bribe one of them, but I don't have the gold to bribe the pirates. And Manfrey, I hardly ever get to see.
How much does it cost to bribe the pirates?
Well, to go up against Hetty, it'll cost a lot of gold, a lot more than I have. None of them seems to want to anger the madam of Fusty Lugs, so they'd be banished.
When was the last time somebody disappeared from here?
Well, the last was an elven woman. She wasn't with us for very long, and I can't even remember her name. But she refused to see men, which I can understand. But she was here one day, and about a month ago, she just vanished.
No girl in here ever sees anything.
Well, if they do see something, they keep it to themselves, and they'd be right to do so. But that Jib and Bahari and Gree, they come in here all the time. And none of the girls like Gree, and we're just thankful he doesn't stop. But and there's got to be, at least tell me there's something you can do for Serena.
What's a room cost for one night?
Well, we don't have overnight rooms here.
What would it cost?
Per hour?
Yeah.
It would be 5 gold an hour.
Is that depending on girl or is that just universal?
Well, you wouldn't be able to see Serena.
She's the one with the dragon ball.
Natalia, she's kind of the pirate's gal.
I'm worried about Serena.
Huh?
I would make the deal with Serena.
Well, I'm afraid that
I'll take it with Eddie.
you want to talk to Hetty. Okay.
Can we get a room? Do we know where Serena's room is? I mean, we could get a room next to hers.
Well, they don't. Like I said, Hetty doesn't normally rent out rooms for the night.
Well, we wouldn't need it for the night. We can just get in a room next to her and see if we can get in through the wall. Or
Well, Serena's room is right next to Hetty's room.
No, my plan is to rent the room with Serena and make it known that I was in there all night.
okay.
Don't have to do anything. Just then in the morning when I walk
Well, I
out.
don't care what you do, but I just was not aware of your plan. I think. Okay, so
He wants to
That-
pick a fight with Trajan.
yeah, that's much cooler than
No, he's gonna pick a fight with me.
We'll
that's
say-
much cooler than anything I was thinking of. So
Well, I don't know that Hetty's going to go for that, but you could try.
She sounds like kind of lady that likes coins, so
She does like her coins.
So we could probably try to make a deal.
I mean, if we need, there's a bag with 600 gold waiting for us and
It was 500.
Like I just
what
looked
they're
at it.
interested in.
I was interested in.
Okay, so Saphira, she says, well, can you just file out one at a time?
Looking exhausted.
Ready for a nap?
just their sword belts. And
So what do you guys want to do?
Talk to Eddie.
Do you want to go out and talk to Hetty? Okay. She says she'll be downstairs and in the back,
Okay.
past the sitting room.
I go down there and nobody stops me.
Okay, yeah, you go down the stairs and you start walking into the back. And just as you're walking to the back, you walk right into Jibin Bahari, who's coming in the front, coming out. And he kind of looks at you and his eyes are real big and he puts his head down and tries to shuffle around you.
I'll let him go.
Okay? And he goes out the front in kind of a hurry.
I eyeball him
Okay?
as he goes past.
do you make sure he sees you at all?
Yeah. I'll make sure he sees it.
Okay, so you go in the back and there's Hetty.
So
She's
that was a
got
fine
silver
drink.
hair, silver blondish hair, and she looks like when she was younger she would have been very attractive. You know, and she looks up and she says, "So can I get you one of the girls for the night?"
Yes.
And who you look like somebody who would be interested in Katerina, a red-haired girl. She's just right for someone like you.
Actually, I've heard that somebody along the lines of Serena would be best for me.
I don't think so. She's not for
I think she might be. What would be the cost?
you. The cost? What? Well, the cost would be more than you could pay. It's more than I could pay. I'm not going to anger Trajan.
You let me worry about it.
I don't think I'm willing to do that. You're going to have to make a strong case here.
How much would it cost?
What kind of gold are you going to offer her, and what kind of persuasion roll are you going to make?
I don't know what kind of gold she thinks it's worth.
Well,
Per hour.
Trajan pays a monthly stipend to keep her to himself.
Kind of stipend.
Well, what is your offer? Tell me what you offer.
Say I wanted to stay the night. Just one night.
One night, how much gold to disrupt my business?
About 200.
Trajan pays far more than that in a single month.
Yeah. You said one night?
One night, and then I lose all of Trajan's business.
You don't lose his business.
You don't know Trajan.
You don't know me.
Clearly. But I know Trajan, and I know that this is not good for business. still out there. Well, what are you gonna say? She says, "Hi." She puts down a glass next to you, fills it full of screaming work. Don't drink it. Don't drink it. You're not gonna drink it? Come drink with me. Huh? You're not gonna get drunk. She offers you a drink. So what brings you to Quag Cove? She kind of looks at the sword around your waist and she goes, "You have 2 swords. Nice. And a wolf. I don't have a wolf mini with them." What are you gonna say to her?
Oh, look at the skills.
Okay.
Do I have an insight on her to see if she's willing to budge it anyway?
You can make an insight.
Good at either.
Well,
She seems like she does not want to upset Trajan.
I'm just sitting there going, she can
Natalia scoots a little closer to you. You know, it's been a few years since I've come to Quag Cove. And all that time, I've never seen someone like you before.
Probably won't again.
Well, I don't know. This place is kind of addictive. There's a lot of fun to be had here.
No, I heard at the warehouse they have Black Lotus.
Black Lotus? Is it Stygian?
I think so.
The best?
Yep, the best. They have the best Black Lotus. We're just here making trades and allies with pirates.
So are you guys joining up with the Lasher gang?
Maybe. We haven't
Oh,
decided.
you'll have to come visit me then. That's part of the deal with them. It's kind of a
Specifically?
requirement.
Require.
Yes.
I've heard.
We don't need to get drunk to
minor
run into
illusion,
battle.
can people interact
Huh?
with the illusion?
We don't need to get drunk to run into battle.
Minor
Oh, so you've
illusion, can
heard.
People interact with the illusion.
Yes.
Well,
We've seen the
that's
Yeah, but
results.
they have a
Well,
they
don't tell them.
interact with it.
I could find
It's just too much fun.
a bag full
We'll
of
keep it to
platinum.
ourselves.
Please.
No, since she touches it.
I told her we were at the bar when I brought the last.
Oh, that sorry sod. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a dwarf. I don't need to get naked or get drunk to run naked into a battle.
Good. So what are you gonna say to Hetty?
So I see there's no way to dissuade you. Can you at least point out her room so I know which one to avoid, so I don't get you in trouble?
Oh, come now.
You can escort me out the door as you're pointing it out to me. It's fine.
Oh, come now. Don't take me for a fool. Please, please, please don't take me for a fool. If you're not interested in one of the other girls, perhaps you should just take your leave and go down to the muck spout, have your drink, and have fun with the boys or whatever you're into. But
What does he want with her to spend so much coin on that one?
I don't know why he's completely infatuated with her, though.
Where did she come from?
Oh, I bought her. Let's see. I bought her from the Lasher gang. I guess it's been 6 months ago. Yeah, it's about 6 months ago.
Where did they get her from?
I don't. Doesn't matter. Oh, why is that?
If they're infected with something. You don't know
Well, I would have
if
known
they're-
by now. It's been 6 months, and nothing's fallen off Trajan yet that I know of.
Would you know?
Tina doesn't burn when you pees.
It does not. He does not complain when he pees, at least. So yeah, when you guys are sitting outside, you guys all see Jib and Bahari kind of run past and run off up the docks.
Go from his encounter with.
Yeah, from when he ran in. He seems to be moving in quite the haste.
Does he head back towards the mug spot?
Yeah.
I want to trip you.
Josh, you want to follow him? So Hagmar's like, you should follow him. You guys
If he
want to
tries
follow
to attack
him?
tries to attack my cat, I can just cast a fireball
I'm
from
being
my
drugged.
Huh?
I said I know I'm being drugged, right? That's what's-
She didn't drug you, no. That happens up in her room.
Yeah, I want to follow him. See anything.
All right, so Hagmar's like, he takes off. He's going after Jim. Anyone else going?
I'll shadow Hagmar.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Yeah. We'll just look at each other and
Get
go,
bored.
Okay. So what are you guys going to say to Saphira? I mean, she's asked for your help.
We'll see what we can do.
Can we ask Natalia about it?
What do you want to ask Natalia?
If she's heard any gossip or rumors about what Hetty's doing or
Hetty's. Boy, I tell you what, one thing I've learned is that gossip cuts throats.
no daggers.
Well, gossip cuts throats. Having fun, keeping your head down, doesn't cut throats. So here, have another drink, and she pours you another drink.
That just means you don't see the throats getting cut. It's not thankful.
I'm a good girl.
We're sitting outside of a problem. And we know that you drove men to take all.
all their worldly possessions,
She's
yeah.
good. Do you know anything about Edna's disappearing or leaving?
I don't know anything about that.
Can I give insight?
Yeah.
Probably a good one. So 19.
19? She doesn't really know anything about it.
Was she here when Edna?
Yeah, she was here. She's been here for a couple of years. So you got, who's all chasing down Jibbin?
I'm
You
following
too.
him.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll go with it.
Just make sure he doesn't get himself in trouble.
So you guys will catch up to Jibbin
Where you going, buddy?
right outside of the warehouse, on the west side of the warehouse.
Is it? Did he go in there?
No, he was heading towards the muck spout.
I make sure to stay back about.
All right,
10
so what do you
feet
do,
from
Josh?
him.
You come up behind him and you do what?
So what is he doing?
It's like he's shuffling as quick as he can back to the muck spout.
I guess we'll just keep on following him.
Oh, you're not going to stop him? Like you caught up to him.
Thought we were running a race.
Like I don't know if he was.
Speed walking around the place.
Put your arm around him, say, hey, what's up, buddy?
You want to throw your arm around him?
Because I don't know if he was heading somewhere else.
Cheer up, put my arm around him. Hey, what's up, buddy? What you been up to?
Hey, listen. I don't want any trouble.
We're not here for any trouble.
He kind of stops. He puts his back to the wall, the warehouse. Listen, what does he want? What do you guys want? I already took a beating because of you guys. What does he want?
You took a beating because you were stealing from your boss, not from
I took a beating because you guys narked on me.
You weren't stealing, there wouldn't have been nothing to narc about.
What's even your business? Why would you narc on me?
Just for the fun of it.
Just for the. So this is. He points to his big swollen eye. This is supposed to be fun.
Yes.
Would you like to join us in a drink?
So you come up to him.
Yeah,
I'll come
I
up
got a
out of the
special
shadow.
bottle.
No, don't say special.
There's some screaming
Pull it
work,
out and
man.
give it to me, yeah.
No, I left it.
Didn't you buy some though?
Listen.
But you bought
The
some,
other
right? So you
night?
just pull out one of the bottles that you have, he's not having it.
Say, hey, there's a bottle of Screaming Orc down at Levelworks that would. It's really
Hey, we got a
nice.
bottle of Screaming Orc here. Would you like to share a drink?
No, I don't want to drink.
Why not?
You look awful.
I don't drink with people that give beatings to me.
I didn't give you a beating.
No, you narked it. I got me a beating.
I didn't narc on you.
Probably there's
This is my party, but yeah.
Listen, they told me already if I screw up one more time, they're gonna feed me to the odios. I don't want any trouble. You guys just go about your business.
Oh. Well, sure, right after you have a drink of this Screaming Orc with me, you know. Make peace. Make amends. Make peace.
I don't want any.
It'll clear the
You don't
slate.
want peace?
It clears the
It'll clear
sinuses.
the slate with us.
I don't want any. I'm telling you, I don't want any.
Why not?
Because I don't want any.
You drink at the bar.
You tell us you don't want trouble, here we offer you a way out of trouble, and you refuse? What are we to think about that?
I don't want any of your drink, man. Just leave me alone. He tries to start push away. He tries to like start walking away.
All right.
Do we
We'll
want
remember
to?
this.
Do we want to grab him like we did Josh? And,
No. No, we'll let him go.
Or Hagmark? We did.
You want to just throw him against the wall like Wesh did got? He seems very nervous.
But here, take this bottle with you. Maybe you might have a use for it again later on.
What's this?
What's he,
I don't want your whiskey.
is he carrying
Like that,
anything
not
on
cabbage
him?
back stew?
No.
Pouch.
If I start seeing colors.
He's got a dagger in his waist.
Seeing colors.
Listen, I don't want your whiskey. He kind of tries to push it away from me.
It's not whiskey,
It's free.
No, it was a gift to you guys from Juice.
She said he didn't give us anything.
He must have forgot.
Juice doesn't look like the kind of guy that forgets anything.
Right.
Wait a minute. Two of them now?
I have three.
What are you doing right now?
I tell you what,
I guess I was still back in the grotto.
if you have
Oh,
a,
Can I
you're gonna
walk
take up
around
the offer of Katarina?
if you have a drink,
What about
If anybody has a beard there?
I was hanging around in the brothel waiting for.
Watching the girls go by?
Okay.
Can we walk around the brothel?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to know my
Like,
plan, or do you want me to play it out?
What's your plan?
That's what I mean. Do you want to know it, or do you want me to play it out?
You can play it out.
So when I'm done talking to Hetty, I just loudly kind of thank her, so that anybody in the brothel just hears me say, "Thanks, Hetty. I'm glad we could talk."
Okay.
And then I leave.
Okay.
We'll revisit it later.
What are you guys gonna do with Gibbon then? Josh, what do you do? He seems extremely nervous. His eyes keep darting back to the muck spout.
I think we should.
From walking around,
And
can I
then-
figure out which room is Serena's?
I'll see what he does.
Well, there's a
back
number
on
of
the
rooms.
road.
All the doors are closed.
or to see Gree Gree,
Huh?
or says, or to see Gree Gree.
next to
Heads. Yes.
I'll tell you, like, if you drink with my friends here, it'll clean the slate, and we will talk to Juice and say that maybe our friend was mistaken about you, and we'll pop out.
Well, I don't drink Screaming Orc.
Why not?
Because
The
I
only
can't,
thing in
I
this
can't
town-
tolerate the thing. I don't drink Screaming Orc. I'm an ale. I was
Are you a mage?
no.
Because you're acting like one.
I just don't drink the stuff.
Do you know what's put in?
Well, we don't trust a man that doesn't drink with us.
100 gold to drink one. For one drink.
No. Give him.
I don't drink. He
I do
doesn't
that.
agree with me. I don't drink Screaming Orc.
We don't trust a man that doesn't drink with his friends.
Doesn't agree with anyone. I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, but you turned down 100 gold. There must be a reason.
Hell, I'll drink with you if you give me 100 gold.
I'll buy you guys all a drink back at the bar. How about that?
Okay.
I'll buy you all a drink. Let's go back to the muck spout.
Yeah, and we'll remind Juice about the gift.
Do we have a road?
The what?
Uh-oh.
You don't have to talk to
I'm-
Juice about that.
I've got the talents of rogue. I've got stealth and pick lock picking.
Slide it in.
Yeah.
Still.
They're called mini misty mints.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what they were.
Oh.
Many misdemeanors.
Listen. We don't mention anything to Juice. He's a humble man. He doesn't like to be bothered.
Makes the best stew.
How would you know? It gets near your lips and your body rejects it. No, your body rejects your lips.
Everyone can make a insight check. That's there.
Nothing good.
Not me.
20.
16.
22.
Okay. You can see Gibbon's hands are shaking like a leaf, and
Sweaty,
he's sweating. Of course, everyone sweats.
Don't understand the talk.
Bog.
but a different kind of sweat.
He's sweating profusely.
Let's let him go, guys.
Yeah.
We'll catch up
I
with
think
him
we
later.
learned everything we can learn from him now.
We'll catch up with him later.
We'll stop by for a drink.
Just don't talk to Juice, okay?
I'm not going to talk to Juice. We already have.
You know, I think our business is with you.
All right. He runs off to the muck spout.
he's when he's gone and out of earshot, I'm like,
Let's follow him.
I think he's got a little Stygian on him.
Let's follow him.
I think he's on the Lotus.
I think we need to get my bottle back from and swap it out later. We'll go have a drink with you. A special drink. Yes.
All right. So what do you do next?
So after I leave the brothel, I start walking towards the brain.
To the brand? Okay. And what do you? He leaves. What do the rest of you guys do? You three do that are at the brothel.
We're gonna, I guess, run back and try and catch up with the rest of the party.
Okay. Well, they've got quite a bit of time banked here. You guys were interrogating.
He's leaving
Shipping.
Fusty Look and he's coming down to us.
Yeah.
They're coming down the brothel. He'll catch up with us.
I just wait in the waiting room.
So you would have probably caught up to these guys while they had Jibbin cornered.
About time he was leaving.
Is Saphira still there?
Saphira is still here, yeah.
Can I ask her if there's anyone she thinks we should talk to about what she was worried about? Like anybody else that shares her?
Well, but like I said, kind of whispered. Jibbin, Bahar, and Avery, they're always here talking ahead. They must know something about her because they don't ever ask for girls.
Do they? Never? Not even if they're
Never.
not here for them?
Ever.
So you don't think any of the girls would know anything?
I don't think so. Even if they did, I don't know it'd be safe for them to say.
What group are those two with, the one she's talking about?
They're with the Lasher gang.
So where's Serena's room again? You said it was next to
Sabrina's, it's right next to Hetty's room.
room or office or whatever.
Room, bedroom upstairs.
So which one is that?
You go up the stairs and then all the way, you'll take a left and go all the way. You'll go, I believe, just from the top of my head, and probably right. You go all the way down to the end of the hall. At the end of the hall is at the end of the hall is Hetty's room, and that's a north facing. Yeah, Hetty's room is facing north northeast, and Sabrina's is right next to it.
Don't worry, I haven't played. I left on purpose.
So we got a couple of plans
So
here.
she wants us to not get her out of there.
It's all over.
Well,
I'll get back
if there's a
to you.
way to get her out of town, like you can't just get her out of Fusty Lugs. And,
Well,
like,
Here comes the
What's last? We'll drink there.
yeah.
Yeah, we see those people that way.
So my Magic is heading toward the brand.
Yes.
That's fine.
About time for that fight.
Yeah, I'll go walk with him.
It's a pit with a
Let's
fight.
go.
Look at this fight.
So are you all going down to the brand, or are you guys going to go meet up with Jibbin and the Muckspout?
We'll give him time to stew.
Yeah. I still gotta go get a
Hey,
bottle
so
back
some
from
more.
you.
What you do the
Okay.
homework?
Let's go to the Loverworts and then we should head to the Muck
And when
Spell.
we get there, we should act like we're talking to everybody. We just talk over them.
So, the brand.
Make him think we're.
A set of stairs lead. I'm only rereading this because it's Alex. The set of stairs leads down to a compound.
It's number 15 in a minute.
Here's a map for you. So it's right here. A set of stairs leads down to a compound where a bi-level manor is attached. That's this. About 10 feet, in the center of the compound, a wide oval pit about 10 feet deep and enclosed with cypress poles descends to the muddy ground below. A 40-foot wide building with a reinforced door, that's this thing, in its center appears to be a prison of some kind with bars on each of the windows and 4 guards posted outside. A wooden sign hung above the prison features a pair of crossed swords and reads, "The Brand," in an Elvish script. And of course you guys know that the Brand is owned by Pyramus Nor, a drow, and his wife, Sylvanus Nor, who's a high elf. And he's got his 2 gladiators that help him run the place, Pullo and Varus. And of course you know that below the docks, he's got a bestiary with odiugs, trolls, direwolves, boars, grizzly bear. Now he has 3 gnolls, thanks to you guys, and an ogre that Pullo had been training. Tonight, tonight they're having open
Get
fights.
that ogre out here. We'll whip him.
And Grobley is going to be fighting Nadja from the Muck Spout.
No magic.
No magic is allowed, yes.
Weapons? No weapons?
No magic.
No, they're fighting with weapons. There's no magic.
What are open fights?
Yeah.
Yep.
The fights are never to the death, though.
This. Sorry, trying to think of the best way. Who sets the odds again?
That would be Varus.
Yeah, that's you can bet on the fights. You can bet on the fights.
Yeah, you can bet on fights, too.
So you take that 10 gold, make some money.
So, Grobley
Alright,
is
let's
an
break something
enormous
up so we can
dwarf.
just, you and I are gonna
He's
try
not,
to bring
he's
it.
not exceptionally tall, it's just he is muscle bound. You know, he spends all the day at the forge beating on metal. And you'd heard from Marhilda, the other dwarf, who is their Fletcher and also brewmaster, that he comes down to fight quite frequently. Nadja is a half-orc. She's a waitress at the Muck Spout, but she is well over 6 feet tall, probably 6'5", 6'6", and she's 100% muscle. And she too likes to fight in the pits.
She fought last time, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
I watched her decimate something.
Grobley can't be fighting. He's supposed to be working on my armor.
No, that's Haugr.
So I'd ask what are the odds on the,
Uh,
on the fight?
the odds are even for the two.
Even.
Yeah. Nadja has proved herself repeatedly. And there's all kinds of talk about the two amongst all of the pirates and so forth.
Have they ever fought before?
The pirates, they all, of course, Nadja's a half orc. The pirates all, some of them are like, you know, if she would just take a man. She'd be such a, she could just, I bet she could learn so much more. And apparently you overhear talk that Nadja is actually saving herself for marriage.
I'm gonna put 10 on Nanya.
Okay.
And go.
That's assumption, right? Dwarves always win.
Can I put 5 on?
So put 10 on.
So you come out with 10.
I'm gonna put 10 on the dwarf.
You're going to put 10 on the dwarf?
Yeah, put 10 on the dwarf.
Well, that's kind of hedging our bets.
I do 20 on
Could
Nadja.
do better than
Okay.
last wins, right?
I don't know.
It's party fun.
You don't have to bet.
I'm not gonna bet.
Byron, are you going to bet anything?
No. Not on anyone else.
I want to bet 200 on each.
200 on each.
Will they change my odds if I say 20 gold that she wins in 4 rounds?
Or they don't have rounds. They just fight till they're out of steam.
Well,
Inside of how?
30
Without
seconds.
even-
Inside of 30 seconds. Wow. They'll give you 4-1 odds on that.
Okay. So I said
Okay.
30 seconds.
it's 4 rounds. 6 seconds a round.
Yeah, each round is 6
Still
seconds.
seems pretty fast.
You didn't see her fight last time.
That's true.
Anyone else betting anything? You guys all written down your bets?
Is there a way for me to if Gremlin is like more of just a regular soldier type or one more of my type?
You guys saw him fight last time, and he was very impressive. Both Nadja and him, from a rules standpoint, made multiple attacks per round, and when they did strike their blows, they hit hard. Nadja, though, is a half orc, so she's got that relentless attack going. Plus, she'll be difficult to knock unconscious. So, it's still a little while before the fight. You guys want to talk to anyone while you're there?
Just pirates.
At least listen. Any kind of gossip. Like, that might perk
Most
my
of the
ears.
pirates talk about Nadja because they know her from the Muck Spout, and several of them like she won't even give me the time of day. She's just stuck up, or she's a big bitch. She's just a big,
So they're upset.
Start punching people. so rude.
They're pirates.
Any of them
There's a
talking
lady
about
prison.
the next raid? 'Cause that's supposed to be happening like.
Well, they already left. Those people that left already left.
Well, is
They're,
anybody talking about where they live?
nah, it's a pretty common thing. You know. But eventually the two descend into the pit, and you're gonna like this. I rolled on this little chart I got. Nadja, as they descend into the pit, Gromley gets stuck in the mud and takes a blow to the head early in the fight, and he's unable to recover. And Nadja wins in about 18 seconds.
100 gold.
And again, it's talking to you.
So you
One thing.
now you're 15 gold.
Have to talk to them.
And of course the crowd is a little disappointed because they're like, you know, if he wouldn't have got stuck in the mud, this wouldn't have happened. You know, this fight should have gone a lot longer. And everyone starts screaming for a rematch, and of course Gromley is pissed because of what happened. But you know, they come out, and then over the course of the night, some people start challenging one another. There's fights that go on through the
You
night.
still have that nice battle axe?
No,
Think so.
I'd be able to.
Jump in.
Huh?
Jump in.
So,
There's
I
fights
jump
that
in, I'm
yeah,
gonna
I'm gonna go to
I can
Nadia
do
and
one
tell her
with
my
my dagger that I
throw
just wanted to hit with.
she
you wanna
slaps
hit
you
with
on the
the
back. Thanks.
I have my skill
She towers above you, of course.
Yeah.
Did you pick defense? What are
Is that it? You're wanting to fight in the arena?
Yeah.
Down the brain, let's go.
I have a plus
You
one.
willing to
I
go
think you
again?
can tell by
I won't even use
I'm
it.
willing to go
I
ahead.
had my
Probably
skill.
not sweaty, you know.
I'll
from
go
that
in, I
fight.
won't even use
I
the
should even
weapon.
take a hit, actually.
Yeah,
What?
I'm a try to observe.
You want to challenge me?
Yeah.
How about tomorrow night?
I didn't take a hit.
You
with
afraid?
what?
I'm not afraid. I've been telling you, let's do it
I said,
tomorrow
do you want to
night.
go in? I
Right
won't
now.
even use a
Right
weapon.
now,
I
I've
won't
got
even use
money
a
to
weapon.
spend.
There's not
Well,
an
you,
open pit.
you might have more
Your
tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Let's
Still
do it
have weapons.
tomorrow.
No, we might be out of town tomorrow.
Where are you going?
You could die
We
tonight.
don't know yet. It's the mystery of life.
I'll only use magic.
So I heard you guys fought at
Well, I use
Hydra.
magic.
Oh, we're just a small critter. I mean, people
Small
are just
critter.
Oh,
making
thunder
stuff
wave.
up. No,
They made it up, so it's a lie. You didn't fight
Pretty sure
anything.
against that.
maybe, maybe not.
DC 15.
Keep it on the down low.
Nara challenged me to fight.
Just not lend me your
The
armor.
Nara challenge you to a fight.
What's your dex save?
Lend me your armor if you
My
want.
dex save.
Yeah.
Plus 7.
What's that?
Lend me your armor.
My hammer.
Yeah,
I've got axes.
give me a battle axe.
So you have to
Okay.
like
How you want to?
I have to
Eight.
roll it
I
in.
can't
Great
use
axe
my,
or-
I can't use my sword in there because it's gonna hurt their feelings.
That's if you get
A
it
battle
out.
axe or a great axe?
I have 3
All right.
attacks.
So you want to challenge Nadja? Let me get her
3
out.
attacks that can be used for
Good
first
battle
and
axe.
So what do you think level 21 versus level 20? What's your
All right.
I wouldn't even know.
Stats.
I thought we were going to make it without throwing a die in anger.
In 5th ed. We're dying in anger? No! Bring that troll back out here.
Yeah. There she is. There's Nadja. So, you guys descend down into the pit. And what are you going to bet? What are you going to bet Nadja that you can take her?
Dinner.
How about 25 gold?
20. I don't fight for 25 gold.
What's the odds going on this fight?
35?
They look both of them over, and
See, I want to have
2
more
to 1
money
on
tomorrow.
Nadja.
So what's it on him?
2 to 1 on Nadja.
Oh.
In favor of Nadja.
I'll bet 100 gold on Nadja, sorry.
Okay.
That's your chance to
So we'll use this tower as the pit.
He's gonna take
Oh, we don't have to erase
he's gonna take a fall just so we rake in money. He's like, everyone bet I'm taking a dive.
Are you going to take a dive?
No.
All right, so where are you? Right here? Okay.
Are you fine now?
So there's Nadja.
Yeah, put 25.
Now
That's
she's magic item.
that's how I can.
She's got a shield and a sword.
Alright, sword. She wearing
Bring
armor?
out that troll.
She is wearing armor. She is wearing, let's see, studded leather armor.
That works.
And we'll roll initiative between the two of us. She gets a
I
plus
got my
2.
shield and battle axe for now.
Okay.
And I can use my flaming sword.
She's got a 14.
I got a 13.
All right. So she swings her sword up and closes on you. And takes a swing.
What you're gonna see.
A natural 20.
Ooh.
So that's bad for you.
Obviously didn't use the crit.
So the chart revisits itself as she connects. Oops, shit. Sadly, she has the brute feature.
Stuck in mud.
So I need another 8-sider. I think she gets 1 additional damage die from being a half orc too, right?
Yeah.
Need another 8-sider.
What's the first one for?
Well, she gets 2, but that's her normal damage because she has the brute feat.
Okay.
And then she critted, and then she gets.
What brute for you? What's that?
It's brute. Melee damage deals 1 extra die of its damage when the gladiator hits with it.
Oh, okay.
So she does 5d8 with her swing.
Ouch. I think that guy's weighted, Dad.
This one, it's pretty heavy.
It's weighted.
And a lot of 1s.
Yes.
Her sword got stuck in mud.
17 points.
Could we say I had rage before we started the fight? Because I knew what was happening, you know?
Sure.
Alright.
So you screamed at her as you flew into a rage, and she closes and connects. And then she gets her next attack.
Yeah.
And that is a 19.
Yes.
Let's see, which, this is yours, right? Whose is this one? Okay. And that one's better, that's 15. And then
So,
she's going to try to smack you with her shield, which is only a 13.
misses.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna try and
So she had closed with you.
shove her down. It's
Oh, a shove.
gonna be 25.
A 25. And that is what?
Athletics or acrobatics for her to dodge that.
Athletics. She's got a plus 10. 26.
Ah! Alright, I'm gonna swing at her then.
Alright.
Oh!
And you connect. You retort with a crit of your own.
So 15 damage.
Okay. Nadja's going to circle around. And, alright. She's going to continue moving. Just for the thrill of the crowd. She's learned to excite the crowd like that. First attack is a miss. Second attack is a 15.
Misses too.
And then she's going to shield bash you. As a miss. Wow. Josh, don't you laugh at her.
Great.
I'm gonna try and shove her again.
Okay.
25.
25 again. She's got a 29, 28 this time.
Strong.
She is very strong.
Oh,
And you connect again.
for 12.
12. Alright. She continues her maneuvering, motioning to the crowd. You connect with her. She just says, "Come on!" Her first attack is a 17.
That misses.
Oh. Her second attack is a 24
Yes.
for 9. And then she shield bashes you. And she successfully shield bashed. Somewhere in here I got another 4-sider. Here it is. For 7.
Try and shove her again. I'm gonna get it at some point. 22.
22. 19.
Alright. There you go.
So you shove her down. She falls down in the sticky mud.
Come on, crit.
Now you get to swat her with advantage.
19 to 26. 10 damage.
10. Alright, so she gets up. And she is going to circle to the side. There you go. Natural 20.
Oh,
Wait, how did she get up, man?
Because
just
just 10 feet of movement to get up. Josh, I need 2 more 8-siders.
It's not 3.5 where it costs a movement action to get up.
Okay, just because after movement to get up.
Oh boy. 10. 27 points of damage. She connects cleanly.
Alright.
Then her second attack is 15, 16, and then her shield bash. This is
Gonna swing.
okay.
16.
16 hits, but she's going to use her reaction to do a parry. That's 3 to her AC for that attack.
25. Parry that. Or, 14 damage.
Ow! Alright, here we go. She continues to circle. It's a 14, a 19, or 18? 18?
18 hits.
Okay. 16 points. And then she's going to try to swat you with her shield. What was that say?
13.
So 20.
That's a 16.
Ooh, 11 points.
One more blue and I'm gonna go down probably. Alright.
How many points do you have?
Well, he's raging, so he takes half damage from everything.
The 55, but it's pretty much if I had 110 with it. Well, since it's the last one, I'm gonna go reckless on that one.
Reckless.
Reckless. 16.
16 hits. She'll use her reaction to parry that.
Alright. Come on, crit. Oh, 19. I
You
need to
hit.
be champion. For another 14 damage.
Ow. The crowd, you were lasting a long time, and the crowd is roaring.
No, she gets advantage.
What
if I
round
want
is
reckless.
this?
Yeah. First attack is a 24.
Yeah.
Maximum damage 20.
Ooh, so I take 10 on that.
And you get knocked unconscious. She spins around to the crowd, holding her arms up in the air.
200 gold.
Of course, she's bloodied herself.
So what, 5 rounds?
That was 6.
No,
That's
it's
pretty
a
good.
that was
You
the
did
top
better
of the
than
series.
Gromley. Of course, Gromley got stuck in the mud.
Well, that's his problem.
Who's ready? Ready? Probably not gonna be as entertaining as that fight.
Who won money there?
Me?
Did you bet on Nadia on that fight? I
I
love
was
this.
going to, I just could not bet against a member of my party.
He was hoping he would just take a dive. You could save face and say, well, that's a good
Yeah,
dive for my
bet.
pal.
Where's my cup?
All right, so are you going to... She challenges you to a fight.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know which piece that comes with.
He is this guy. So the crowd starts cheering. Varus is going to set the odds of this one. And of course, no magic items are allowed.
I don't know.
I do. I just don't use them.
So Varus
You
sets
can't
the
use, like,
sets
spells
the
or
odds
anything either.
at 2 to 1 in favor of Malhavoc. Just judged based on your physical prowess.
You can bet money on yourself if you want before you go in.
How much do I only have 15 gold pieces?
All right, anyone want to make bets on this?
Yeah, I'll bet 100 against Malhavoc.
Against Malhavoc. So 100 on Anara.
I can't use my fallen thing though, where my wings come out. Is that bad?
That would be magic, yes.
If you want to win any of these,
All right, so you two start your combat.
20.
17 is my initiative.
So I
All right. Anara, your wolf is up on the ledge barking.
right?
are familiars allowed to
So we get 2 attacks, right? Because of the
No.
extra attack.
Huh?
2 because we have extra attack.
Are you're dual wielding?
No, I am gonna pull out my bow.
Oh, you're gonna whip out your bow? Yeah, if you get multiple attacks at 5th level or is it 6th?
I'm thinking it takes something
Expect-
for it. I mean, I
I got
do
my
2
extra
attacks.
attack.
I get 2 attacks.
Okay, yeah,
so
go
it's
ahead.
bad.
Oh,
So,
what's your
I
armor
don't know
class?
my attack bonus.
Stuff down.
Because I wasn't sure.
So it's
4 plus 4.
Should be iron in that.
So 20.
No, her dex is a
Oh,
12.
okay.
Usually around a little bit higher than
17
that.
is army class.
Okay. So both 20 and 19. And then I did
Do you go Colossal Slayer? Because if one of them's going to do extra damage. Did you take Colossus Slayer as
She's
your?
not a hunter.
She's the Beastmaster. She
Oh,
won't
you're a
do that.
Beastmaster.
No,
Okay, yeah, you don't have it. The Beast. Oh, max damage.
That's Mark's in.
So
The
that's
best-
18 points.
Best movie ever did.
She's the Beastmaster.
I like it because you get an extra attack every time you're being attacked.
20 to a hit. And 23 to hit.
Are you guys going to just stand back and shoot arrows at each other?
So the first one.
The crowd's like, boo! Go mix it up!
First one is max damage of 13. Second one, Colossus Slayer, come into play.
Uh-oh.
$15 more points.
15 more.
And there's no point in moving, she's got a bow. So.
Right. I mean, we're like.
Well, the crowd is calling for you guys to mix it up.
The crowd is calling.
Yes.
Oh, are we this close? I guess I'll just remember to try to. I don't know, sure.
She starts moving, and I switch over to my swords.
Right. What was your armor class?
17.
And I used my sword, so yeah, I don't think I need to try. Nope.
Okay, swords.
All right.
Swords it is.
First one, probably not. 7, 15.
15. Yeah. So that hits. Did you take scale mail too?
Huh?
Did you take scale mail?
Colossus Slayer goes with it, so 6, 12 damage.
Gotcha.
So you knock her unconscious. The crowd boos. Boo!
Yay!
And she loses 100. Also bad.
Where's the troll?
All right, well, they don't do beast fights tonight.
I'll wake her up and
That's only
pull her
once
out.
a week.
There we go.
Okay. So is everyone else done fighting? You work.
Except on a pirate run.
Pyramus comes out, and he says, "This has been a fine night." As the night is winding down, there were several fights earlier too, and he invites you all to dine with him tomorrow night in his manor.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
As kind of a thank you for bringing him the knolls. They seem to be taken with Polo. They respect his skill with blade, and he's put them in their place quite quickly. I expect them to be ready to fight within the month, and I do appreciate you bringing them for us. Tell tomorrow. Thank you for the entertainment you provided, and I'll see you then. And he retires into his manor. So she's at basically 0 hit points, and Gordaz is at 0 hit points.
I've got a healing potion.
I mean, we're gonna rest, aren't we?
I can cure wounds.
I cure wounds and both awake. So what do you guys want to do now?
I start going towards the warehouse, and I cast Pass Without Trace on myself.
Okay.
Get
So we see you leave?
7 hit points.
You probably see me leave, but don't do it until after I'm probably in the
Well, you're not trying to get away from us.
No, no.
On a secret thing.
I'm just like I'm gonna go handle the
Where's
Serena
that girl?
Serena thing.
The warehouse?
She
Serena,
goes
Serena.
to,
It's just
Okay.
the old house.
yeah. Which is,
Matt, go ahead and reach across and roll me a d20. Okay.
Look at the video.
This is the other, this is where we were staying.
We gotta wait for it to come out.
it's called Lydia's bath water.
How hard would it be to be on top of this, like what would I have to roll?
What you should do is you should buy a
To get on
copy
top
of
of
the
the
pod
bathhouse
and
across.
look at it. And look, let's see the best treasures.
So that would be an athletics check.
Me?
Matt has 10 minutes
I
left.
think I took it. I'm gonna
17?
paste instead.
I want to give you something to read.
I have Thunderwave, which is basically invisible.
Here, step out with me real quick while you guys
Are
decide
you
what
still
you're gonna
down?
do.
Yeah. Alright, I'll do it.
If I could,
What are you trying to do?
climb this house.
To look out over foreign towns so you can see who's
Don't worry
coming
about
and
it.
going.
What is it?
Detect thoughts if you need to.
Five, I think.
You're trying to get with some guy's girl. He pays a high price for her.
I'm trying to make people
Wait,
think I did.
plus 9.
Huh?
I'm trying to make people think I did.
Trying to do what?
Make people think I did.
Oh.
What's the difference?
Doug needs bonuses for
Yeah.
doing it's kind of hard to keep track of. We get
We'll find out in a minute.
ability, and then plus 2, plus the spell level. So automatically I feel
Next time we get a counterfeit suit, that poor time we throw him in the cast of thunder.
Priest isn't as good as he.
You wake up in a bowl of cabbage.
All right.
In the back.
The king's guard all around you.
Whose eight siders were these?
What else?
I wake up just in like a whole bat of the counterfeit suit.
Okay.
Like a sensory deprivation.
Shall we do some XP?
tank.
Hold on, I'm gonna do this Sabrina
Oh.
thing. I'm gonna finish my Sabrina stuff before we start.
Oh, you want to do it all tonight, right now?
I'm almost done with it.
Oh, okay. So you go to the warehouse.
So I go to the warehouse, duck behind shadows until I'm.
Okay,
I
make
know
your
I'm
stealth
alone.
check. You think you get plus 10, right?
Well, 17 plus 8, and then
Plus-
I cast Pass Without Trace on myself.
Which is another 10, right?
Yeah, and then I go to.
So that's a 35.
Yeah, and then I go into
Thunderstrokes from a distance. Plus the
Fussy Looks,
Oh, okay.
forgot he was here.
and I'm gonna sneak in there.
Like in the back or something?
Yeah, whatever.
There really isn't a back. You kind of like would have to climb along the sides of the docks
He
and stuff.
swims
I'll
up.
climb up the building and get on the second floor if there's a window to go in.
There's plenty of windows.
I'll do that. And
Okay.
a little stealth for any of that. The idea is I'm gonna crawl in stealthily, not be seen, and then once I get to the second floor, as I'm walking down the stairs to leave, I'm just gonna yell out, "Thanks, Sabrina," as I'm walking out the door, as everybody in there hears me say it, and I'm done.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Like I'll
Do you-
not
do
be
you
stealthy
still have,
leaving,
uh,
I'll just be done
well,
and
nobody
be like, "Yeah, thanks, Sabrina."
Zip.
Yep, and it's just out the door.
To rub off on something.
Okay.
Because he was down there, so.
Yeah, with that stealth check, you can sneak in a back window from on the first floor, or are you gonna try to climb up to a second floor window?
Either way, I'll probably, if I think I can get through the building without being seen up the stairs, I gotta do it. that
Well,
way.
you got to go through the waiting room to go up the
I
stairs.
mean, I'll
There's
climb the,
people.
I can climb the,
It's late, but I mean, there's still people there.
I can climb through the window if I find an empty room.
There's some empty rooms. I mean, like not Natalia's sitting out on the porch, you know, so her room's empty. You'd be able to go into through. You'd be able to peek in and see an empty room,
Yeah.
and you can do that. Yeah. All right.
So now word of mouth.
So make a
is-
deception.
Yeah, word of mouth is just, I just left it there, so. 9.
Well, let's see what gossip queens do with that. All right.
And then I leave and make my way back to where everybody else is going.
All right. Let's do some XP then. So we keep everyone at the same. So whatever everyone else is at, you'll be at too. I gotta figure out all the role play experience. So everyone's gonna get 1,000 experience. All role play experience. What does that put everyone at?
950?
How much more do you guys need for 6th level?
14.
To close. 14,000.
We need 1,000 people.
There's a lot of things that you guys scratched the surface of today that had you pushed a little more, you'd have learned so much more. So, you know, you guys scratched the surface on like 4 or 5 different subplots. See if you guys can figure out the rest and push forward with the rest. So what do you guys think? One of the things as I was writing this, I didn't want Fusty Lugs to go too far. You know, like be something that would be completely distasteful. I don't think it is. I don't think it went too far. But you know, I want to make sure everyone else feels the same. It's a classy place.
Well, I think, you know, too, how players react to it can take it further than you might
Right.
want to go to, so.
You can't adapt to the kind of parking. You know, everybody's trying to adapt.
A lot of it has to do with the GM and the player.
Yeah, I could see you know, some high school or college kids going crazy at Fusty Lugs for sure, but
The Black Lotus.
or getting addicted to Black Lotus. But you know, you guys are in a swarthy town. It's, you know, it's not a friendly place. So
And those kind of things show up even in friendly towns, so.
yeah. So probably are a session away. I would say one session. Next session, you probably all get a level. I'd say. And then how much is it after that? 27?
Yeah, I think.
23?
23? It's
Yeah, 23.
5's kind of,
Yeah, it's
level 6 is kind of a big deal.
yeah,
Yeah.
level 6 is a big
Yeah,
deal.
it takes more to get from 5 to 6 than it is from 1 to 5.
Because you start getting third level, more third level spells.
Oh, are we level 5 right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I would work.